gentlemen, welcome back to DK64 Randomizer.com Season 4. We are in Tournament Qualifier number 6, and as it turns out, these qualifiers, they got hands. They're fighting back. We'll see what number 6 delivers for us today. It'll be an interesting one. I am Larock. I will be on the mic for you this morning. I'm joined by one Etiquette. How you doing, Chief?
Mornin, I'm doing alright,
Excellent. Well, we'll see how this goes. We've not run a stream at this time of day, I think, ever. Maybe we did it like once in the qualifier seasons last time, and we still turned out 23 people in this lobby, which is kind of crazy.
I know. I was a bit worried. It was like half hour before the race, and there was like 10 people. I was like, oh, this is going to be a small one, but
they
pretty respectable.
They certainly took their time trickling in. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. Well, what do we got today? We got one Spike and one Ash. SpikeSSBU VerdantAsh friends of the stream. No strangers here, and they're gonna see how they do. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a good matchup.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say that. Perhaps the time zones are somewhat more favorable for these two than it is for myself, but here we are. Actually, I would say that. I'm actively saying that, actually.
Yeah.
So maybe they're certainly more awake than I am, but that's all right. We make do. We have to look at our start. It's not too bad. Rocket, O-Stand, Gorilla Gun. Okay, that's pretty bad, actually. Rocket's good, but...
Yeah, Rocket's really good. Unlike past seasons, Gorilla Gun may or may not be required. It is no longer a guaranteed required item like it used to be, so we'll see if it's useful.
It's functionally required a lot of the time. I mean, it's just such a useful item. It's used so often in Seeds. It's like a 90+% item. Like, it's a great item to have, that's for sure. And we have Diddy, which means we can like actually do stuff with it early. Like a mushroom climb is really easy. That's nice.
Yeah, mushroom climb, it gives you access to the igloo, which is a new change in Season 4, so it should be interesting. Oh, and we are off.
Holy smokes! I got caught looking away. They're off. What's our start looking like? Oh, O-Stand jumping. All right, yeah, we're gonna see who's actually gaming today.
O-Stand jumping, one of the fastest forms of movement. Key 4 instantly on the island ferry. Okay.
And a big ol' hint that I completely missed. Sweet. That's a huge hint. And a very expensive level 1 castle, so you're not going in there. Forget about it.
I also missed the hint. I will go back and double check it.
I had it on screen for like 1 frame and I missed it again. I think it's factory shops. So like a bunch of stuff. And okay, here we go again.
138 tiny lanky Diddy Kongs.
Oh yeah. Stormy Tunnel's got some action. I did not see what level that is. What level that factory is, but I mean, given our options, it has to be level... Oh, that was level 5. Level 5 factory.
Factory shops to 138 tiny lanky Diddy Kongs. Exact same paths there.
And then there's your outer aisles to 4. Very funny game, very funny. And a level 2 Jape, or level 3 Japes is our only option at this point, I think. I didn't see the cost of the factory, but Japes is pretty obvious at this point. Something good is here because the Stormy Tunnel's here. And the Stormy Tunnel's got something real good.
Yeah, it could be moving along with the factory shops. It could be Stormy Tunnel has like which shopkeeper are we missing? Candy. And you use candy in factory, something like that.
That would make a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. And you have O-Stand, so you get a fair chunk of the Stormy Tunnel. Could be like DK turns up early and it's like coconut or something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see, I suppose. Outer aisles to key 4 is actually really helpful. If we ever get like a camera hint, well, I guess if we got a camera hint, we would like know instantly if it was the camera because it would say it's the camera hinted. So never mind. So much for that. I guess a camera hint will always point to key 4. That's what I was getting at, but like that's actually kind of useless because you started with the camera. The hint would just directly tell you it's talking about the camera as opposed to being a little bit cheeky and cute and masking its intent.
An item you started with.
Wow. Speaking of WoW,
wow, free keys.
What a cage! We got key 5 for free.
5. And all right. Well, I think Gorilla Grab's actually more useful Season 4 than it used to be.
Especially because we know Factory's coming. Or dirt
Banana
is where
or
the
dirt.
board. Okay. So we need shockwave.
And vines.
Shockwave and vines. That's true. Oh, jeez. Two kind of awkward items. Well, okay. Shockwave is awesome, but vines is a little bit awkward because it's not actually that crazy. Is that a potion? On Painting Hill Dirt?
Looked like it could have been.
I saw a flash of white. It's either a potion or a pearl or something. I think it was a potion.
We'll probably see it when Ash goes there.
Yeah. Alright, Stormy Tunnel. We're on the lookout for something good here. Could be the Kasplat, could be the O-Stand Barrel. Let's have a look here.
That is a potion.
It's definitely a potion, alright. Not the Kasplat. And we'll see if Spike entertains this barrel. Oh yeah, this is the money. Alright. Very likely this is something really good. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like Shockwave or it gets you Shockwave. It's not a Shopkeeper though, which is notable.
Yes. The theory is already proven wrong.
Given that we know one Shockwave potion, or we know there's a way of the Horde use for Shockwave, and we see a second potion that's Shockwave lock. Kind of feeling like Shockwave is just like right there. Alright, nice and easy.
There it is.
Alright. But, I mean, we got so many of our progressive keys, like, really early. We got key 4 instantly, we got key 5 pretty much shortly after. So all that's left as far as, like, hiding, like, lampshading levels is key 1 and diving. So, nothing too wild here. We're gonna get access to a lot of the world really quickly. I suppose that makes sense given that one of your levels was so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, these kinds of seeds can be dangerous, though, when you have too many options. It's really easy to get lost in the sauce.
I think that B-Lockers will give them guidance and order.
Yeah, that's the hope. Should see what this shockwave item is. After Spike's gonna go get the entrance hint.
Plenty to roam around Japes to find, so... Wow, could be the hint, could be the TNS. 1 and 3, I suppose. Are you serious?
Key.
What is that? Okay. There's a peanut locked key in Japes in the lowlands. That's good.
Yeah, and that means any Diddy hint is also going to be pathed to that key, so that is either key 1 or 3. Because we started with Rocket Barrel, so it can't be.
Yes, but... Well, oh yeah, we did start with Rocket Barrel. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Just trying to find a way to prove you wrong and failed. That's very embarrassing. It's devastating news. Could be Peanut just turns up early. Oh, third melon, nice try. You thought you were getting something useful. No, you weren't.
Good effort.
I guess everyone's getting third melon this seed, because if you don't see that, that's kind of crazy.
Especially with that shockwave location, you are absolutely going back to that.
Yeah, last call on Japes. Rainbow coin for the road. Thank you very much. We'll take those. Love that.
Alright, go check the Cranky Shop as well as the Dirt Patch here. And then we got key 5, so we can go see what level 6 and 7 are.
Yeah, it's hard to say where our progression is. I didn't see how expensive Factory was. I don't know if anyone caught that, but that's very tempting, given that there's something very good in the Factory shops. How's Cranky? No dice. Rear Tunnel Dirt. Let's see if this is good. This is not the way of the Horde one. The way of the Horde one is the Vines Dirt.
Our ops in chat has said it's 4. Yeah,
oh, that's super easy. Very. I'm probably going there. Oh. A vanilla rainbow coin. You love to see it. My beloved.
Yeah, instantly going there.
I don't think Spike's actually been in this lobby yet, so he's just going to be really happy to see this. He might be going here for the dirt. Which I believe. Kind of want to see what the Caves lobby dirt looks like, and that may jog his memory. You never want a LeBron James, you're checking aisles. It's very important.
That check is so easy to forget.
The Caves lobby dirt is, yeah, diabolical. Yeah, there's your shockwave hint, buddy. Enjoy. A little bit of everything. We got our whole K rule already, which is kind of nice too. And we just got put right next to the shops, and we don't have candy. Okay. Good one, game. Good one. That's where the vial is, because of course it is.
Forest.
Of course
so
that's
candies
what...
hang out in forest.
Of course that's the shopkeeper with the vial that might be Giga hinted. It's the one we don't have. Womp womp. What the heck is it, Horde then? I mean, that could just be candy. That would make a lot of sense. Oh,
Full side to 5, good hint.
Shocking. Alright, there it is. We got that out of the way, that's good. You kinda want to get the like obvious hints out of the way, the like, you know, self-fulfilling prophecy hints. It's kinda nice to have those out of the way just so you know you're not running into landmines later. Plus they're like likely to turn up, because like the hint has to turn up or the hint has to be available logically with or before the key. Okay, actually good hint. Donkey can be found by Diddy and Isles, and Diddy checks and Isles are kind of weird. You could do... Yeah. It could be the Snide bonus barrel. It could be the Summit barrel. That's kind of horrible.
Peanut Cage?
Peanut Cage is also pretty bad, logically. And that
kind
of makes sense,
given that but it's easy to get.
Given that no Peanut is on a shared path with Kongs, it does make a lot of sense. It's easy to get out of logic, but you still need to find that Peanut. Yeah. Caves Lobby, Rocket Barrel Guitar. Oof. Yeah, Diddy checks and Isles are feast or famine.
This spawn in factory is not really the best, because you have to go all the way back through the normal beginning of the level to get to the other side.
There's a lot of good spawns in factory. This is not one of them. Actually, this might be one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Candy's somewhere in forest, so we don't actually know. Could be like Mill's dirt or something. Candy.
Yeah, as I say, candy could easily be on a dirt. Both being accessible is good.
I don't know why I entertained that Candy would be on Horde Dirt. That doesn't make any sense. She can't be there. We're still waking up, folks. We're still waking up. It's true. I do love production first. I'm a production first enjoyer, and this seed kind of just like funnels you there. That said, the portal usually dictates where you go anyway, so there's not much of a choice as opposed to the vanilla spawn. Nevertheless, testing. What do we got here? We got action. A guitar. Some pretty good action. Oh!
Iron Potion.
Maybe this is our hinted item. Vines.
Vines, okay.
It certainly makes a lot of sense. Given that we know the way of the Horde requires Shockwave and Vines, combining them for one thing does kind of make a lot of sense, especially if it's something as good as, like, Peanut. Nice and straightforward. I mean, so far so good. Whatever you get out of that Horde Dirt is going to be used for, like, everything, it seems.
Yeah, because Vines on its own is not terribly useful. It's not like Vines is going to lead to 6 things.
No, there's not that many Vines, dedicated Vines checks. There's a bunch of, like, Vines bonus barrels, but not too many dedicated Vines checks that specifically needs it. And yeah, I'm just like one in Japes, one in Factory, so like they're out there. It's a possibility that it's some sort of outside connection, but I think you would use it in it like as an auxiliary to whatever you get out of the Horde Dirt. That seems to be so ridiculously important.
Yeah, for sure.
That does reduce some of the emphasis on finding candy, so we can probably put a pin in that for now, and we'll see what comes of that later. Nice try. You try to steal a GB out of logic, the game fights back. Enjoy your lack of diving.
We do not have Kong hints for Chunky or Tiny yet, do we?
Yep. We do not.
Cool.
Yeah, Caves Lobby is a good shout to try and pull Donkey right now, if we could find Caves Lobby. It'd be hoping for Lobby 6 or 7, hopefully not 2 or 4. That'd be a little awkward. We'll see.
85-door ship.
Huh. Well, that's pretty good to have guitar for. And you do not need to lower the water for that one, I think.
Ditties you do.
You do? You totally do. Yeah, okay. I'm misorienting the cactus. You totally need that. So you need coconut as well to open the lighthouse area.
And then obviously diving.
Naturally. Loud, incorrect buzzer. Bro, it's early, man. I'm not having it today. I'm not having it. You can't do me like that. It's crazy. Alright, Spike obviously running to the big time mega giga ultimate hinted item. He decides he's done in factory. Well, yeah, without being able to turn it on, or without being able to turn on production, there's really nothing much else to do, so.
I mean, you could go snag 15 lanky bananas out of logic if you really want.
Our
diving.
Turbo,
okay, that makes
our
sense.
turbo giga hinted item is diving. That also makes a lot of sense. All right, where's Galleon? Come on, buddy. Put the Galleon in the bag. Oh, level 4's caves.
Bobby.
It's our shot at DK.
Oh god.
Would you look at
Testing
that?
to a million things. Alright, all the same things. 1, 3, 8, 10.
Maybe our guitar, right? So
guitar.
now the Diddy 5-door ship item looks very important. So, all right, I guess we're doing this again. Like 10 to get in. I don't even think you care about getting into caves, so like whatever. Maybe we get DK? Perhaps the seed is generous? Thank you, Squawks.
There he is.
Very cool.
Lead with a punch.
Love that.
We'd still need his coconut gun, but...
No. The pace of this seed is going to turn up instantly, so whatever you check next to, it'll just be right there. Prison dirt, perfect. Let's just go right there, and it'll just be coconut gun. No problem. No muss, no fuss. Ooh, rainbow coin on prison dirt. I wonder how many people took a look at that.
If it were a little earlier, I would consider yoinking that, but you already found a couple. Alright, then going to check the other dirts, it looks like.
He's going back to factory. Where's he going? That's 20 to get in. Okay. He's cooking. He's already wanting to look at the summit barrel for some reason. Could just be like a good aisle sweep now while he thinks about what the next play is. Because like we gotta have a look at level 7 now. We gotta have a look at level 6. Alright, they're both going to level 6.
Here's our forest.
Is this a 54? Sheesh.
Thornvine Fairy.
It said 15.
No,
Breaking news. I cannot read this morning. This is not good. I get like 2 frames worth. I get 2 frames worth to look at, alright? Come on.
It can't even go up to 54.
You're totally right. It can't even go to 54. I'm actually crashing out. This isn't good. This is way too early to be crashing out. We gotta lock in. Alright, Galleon.
Alright, we found our Galleon yet.
Alright. This is a level 7 Galleon then? With a charge in the lobby.
Oh. Okay. We knew that wasn't going to be something really... Oh my god.
Yep. I mean, that's O-Stan that got you Shockwave, so, like, that's not really a surprise.
None of these are helpful at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a
like
particularly
that hint is
good
completely useless.
Pretty...
Alright, technically not completely, but...
Yeah, it would be useful if it, like, told you key 7, but, like, it lets you rule out key 7 from O-Stan, but, like, that's not, like, that crazy. Alright, Galleon, what do you got for us? We need a coconut still, and we don't really have any leads on that. If we want to get to this mega giga, ultra super giga turbo hinted Diddy 5-door ship, we're just gonna keep adding adjectives for every time he gets another hint. A nice little GB infusion out of this shop, I won't complain. We are going to get a fair bit of hints out of the shipyard in the Galleon. We get a roam around, grab 2 hints there. And then maybe one of those will point us to Coconut, or our good friend of the Cactus, because Splat will just have it. With any luck. But we're just kind of rolling the dice right now. All we can do is just kind of keep moving. Still in early stages. You're kind of in the early stages of the seed where all you can really do is just full clear anything that falls in front of you and just kind of like wait for something to fall into your lap. There are certainly some decisions to be made here. I don't think there was anything particularly... I don't think there was anything particularly saying you have to go to... I guess the B-lockers kind of dictated your pace here. You couldn't really do anything else. I suppose you could have gone back to like Japes or Factory with DK, but the B-lockers you're not getting a castle. You're a little bit short for Forest, and if you can get into Galleon, probably worth it. You're too short for Caves. Can't get an Aztec. Yeah, I guess Galleon was really the only option here. So this is a pretty linear path on this seed. I'd be surprised if anyone did anything majorly different.
Yeah, the only thing you could really do in like Factory would be the Battle Arena, which you don't have R&D hinted, so who cares? And then
you could do
like
Charge.
Japes Metal would be. Oh yeah, I guess the Charge.
But like Charge isn't hinted at all, so I'm not really high on that.
No.
You could do other fun stuff like did you do like Donkey's Metal and Japes or something? I don't think so. I think we're short there.
With Vines you can do it.
Oh,
you have to go back to the start and get those 5 vines.
That is kind of
5 on the vines. Yeah.
That definitely sucks. We really need to start seeing hints that don't include all of this Gigapad so we can start branching off and like finding like Key 1 or something. Outskirts has a potion, so there's a shot here.
On my hint sheet, I just wrote Forest Outskirts have a potion.
It's early. I forgive you. More grace than anyone in Twitch chat has ever had. Certainly more than Lanky Kong.
True.
No candy here. That kind of makes sense. Not doing Diddy's Metal is definitely a choice, that's for sure. Okay, here's something. Factory Shops, Lanky Phase. So that's probably Candy Lock. That has to be the candy potion, right? For presumably just Trombone. That's kind of nice. It's nice in that it tells you that you definitely need candy, and that's probably just Trombone. Can't be barrels. Barrels are being a shared shop, so
yeah,
that seems simple as. You don't need to worry about pretty much any Trombone check in the game at this point, I don't think. Oh, of course it can't be Trombone. Lanky's in Helm, of course. Oh, wait. Wait, no, you're actually not joking. You're actually correct. I was joking,
yes,
like trying to put Lanky in Helm, but we both own Lanky and Lanky's in the Helm order, so Lanky would be Path to Key 8. So it has to lead you to barrels somehow.
Yeah, it's got to be a single item that leads to barrels.
Which is a little concerning because it's kind of annoying. I guess that means you can rule out barrels, which means you can rule out barrels like completely because it's not going to get you anything else. And that means you can rule out a lot of bosses. Not all of them. Critically, not all of them. Just most of them.
Alright, here's our first look at Forest.
Analysis paralysis. Where do you even start in Forest here? I don't hate a mushroom climb early because you have Rocket Barrel to just get up there, but like you're really just rolling around the outskirts. Forest Funky seems pretty great. You have Shockwave, you have Funky. You can get this hint really quick while it's night, then maybe like Naked Day or something.
Yeah, no gun yet, so you can't check the hint by Snides.
You can't even make a day because you have no gun!
Yeah.
How am I getting everything wrong? This is actually like incredible. I guess this is what happens when I just like open my mouth and just like start yapping. There's just like a 33% chance I just like say something completely incorrect.
I feel like this might make sense fill-wise because there's more stuff to do at night than day, but I feel like I've been stranded in Forest while it's night way more than I used to get stranded in Forest while it's day. In terms of like not having a gun. I feel like it happens way more often now than it used to.
I feel like CLO kind of like puts you in Forest like a little earlier on average, probably. Maybe?
Well, and there's also more to do, so the fill doesn't feel the need to give you a gun early.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of feeling. I could, again, just be like completely making something up here, but I'm picking up what you're putting down, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you'd really like to have a day here so you can like look at the hint next to Snide, but no dice. Ash will have to
You
settle
have grab so you can actually do the mill. Like,
yeah,
assuming it had something.
Oh, you're right. You actually could do... You could do levers right now. You can't do kegs, but you could do levers. You also don't even need to do kegs because that's a barrel check, and we know the barrels is garbage. Except for the one thing it isn't.
Yep.
And Spike will pursue into Forest. Didn't really find anything out of sticking around in Galleon for a little bit longer. The treasure room didn't really pull anything.
Alright, where's Mike Champ?
He can't do levers. Oh, we don't have a slam! We just lied again, man! devastating. You can at least check in. You know, peaks are half the battle. Like, if you peek a check, you like 80% own the item. True.
What if this is the one time seed generation glitched and there's actually a green slam in there?
Then I might like actually crash out. That would like actually be disastrous.
We can't check it because we don't have a gun.
Stop!
All right, there's
stop!
pineapple.
Stop firing the buzzer! Stop that! Oh! Okay. Who needs a hint? Chunky in the winch cage.
We need a gun.
Chunky's just in the winch cage.
We have his gun. We
Yeah,
need
well,
a different gun.
that's a little unfortunate. We got the gun, but no chunk. We're chunkless.
We can't do. Oh, Thornvine Fairy was hinted, and this is a blue slam level.
Oh, that is really unfortunate. All right, well, so guitar, charge, and then I guess any gun to turn on the winch would be pretty good here. And there's our key 7 hint. So if you went to Cranky, you probably just found key 7 instantly. That keeps things simple. That's very nice. That's 2 congs locked by guitar. That's 2 congs locked by peanut. Logically, you need peanut, but practically, you can use any gun.
Yep.
Well, not 2 congs locked by peanut. I'm being stupid again. I'm just... I'm low rolling. I'm low rolling my speech checks today. This is brutal.
Listen, I just assumed I missed something, so I wasn't going to call you out.
Far too generous. I'd say it's hard to get one over on me, but that's just we just know that's not true. At this pace. No, I'm not a clanker. I'm not. This is not ChatGPT commentary. Come on, man. Come on.
All right, and it's a Kong that we actually have. We can buy it.
Pretty good.
All right, no, we can't because we don't have money.
Oh, you're broke. Wait, how are we broke? I thought we found like 3 rainbow coins. Okay, only 2 rainbow coins. And where are the DK coins around here? There's like 3 on the blast pad, but we need 5 more. We need 1 more after that. So I think we're just...
No, you can get the 3 that are behind the day-night switch.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's doing that. I think we're just gonna leave key 7 and be like, all right, well...
You don't need key 7 for a while. You don't even have a move that could get you up there, even if you wanted to check the lobby for something.
Yeah. And Ash just takes her frustration out on that pylon. That's devastating. Look, I can't say I haven't been there. Do a nice little double take on Chunky in the winch cage. Like, what?
Sometimes Rambi turns on a dime, and sometimes he takes like the widest turn radius imaginable.
Yeah, my confession is that I'm like low-key ass at this game. Like it's like an easy game, but like I'm just like terrible at it for some reason.
I am better at this one than Rambi Arena. I'm awful at that one.
Interesting. Spike's trying to go the reverse way, but I think the hedge kind of like wants to keep you in. It's trapping you inside.
I was gonna say preemptively collecting those donkey coins that he definitely doesn't know yet that he needs.
It's true. Actually, I mean, are there coins there?
Yeah, up on top of the hedge. He's not gonna grab them now because he doesn't need to go up there anymore.
Yeah. So there's not coins like on the Switch, are there? I'm not like that crazy. Alright, factory lobby Kasplat is way of the horde. So we need Punch, we also need Chunky. So that's something probably for the future. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah, no Chunky phase, so we can't use that to help find the item in the hints.
Mushroom exterior, not really turning up much. I mean, what do you do at this point? You need something to like fall into place here. It's kind of looking like just go to caves. Dump your,
what, 20 for caves?
Yeah, dump your blueprints. Ash can dump blueprints and go in. So she'll have no problems getting into caves if she wants. I feel like that's like what makes the most sense right now. Because you're still kind of chasing the coconut. I mean, it's possible like this Kasplat has it and you're off to the races, or like one of the mushroom Kasplats has it. So I got 2 more to go. Yeah, like you gotta be kind of like pre-playing. You gotta be like pre-playing your next move. Obviously, you get coconut, your plans change completely on a dime. But gotta get thinking early to properly route ahead. And I'm thinking my temp plan is go to caves. There's 20 just flat, so you don't even need to dump anymore. Can't check Legends. Kind of tragic. Still thinking of DD&D's progress? I mean, it could hide Coconut, that's for sure. The tricky thing is that, like, we know a use for guitar already. A guitar and diving, and they're kind of, like, all lining up together. So, yeah. Guitar plus diving definitely leads you to something very important. Could be, like, Peanut, could be... Probably not Coconut. Because you need Coconut to get to the hinted check. Right, there's your DK bucks, but I think you're still short for key 5 Ash.
Yeah, you need 5. And even if you got like a charge hint, we know charge's path to freeing Kongs already.
Really?
Because of the chunk location, yeah.
True.
It's like that doesn't, I mean, unless it was like charge is also the Diddy phase, that would be a really useful hint actually.
Funky Wreckage. God, I love the crowd names. That's like gotta be one of my low-key favorite features. And it's extra funny because the spectators will always read the crowd names, but when you're playing, you don't read them all. They're invisible to you. You're staring at the check in the background. You just don't read them. It's like a little Easter egg just for the viewers. Nobody else. Only the viewers get the satisfaction out of it. All right, I think Ash might have been traumatized by a certain seed and grabbed for his donkey medal just in case.
Yeah, and then
that's very sensible.
Looks like heading to caves.
Now I know what you're thinking. Which seed could that have been? Don't worry about it. There's multiple. Alright, caves it is. Our progression, Peanut. Or Coconut. Both of those, either of those would be very big items to find. Candy would not suck, but we're not getting candy here. Candy's in forest somewhere. It could be the Thornvine Barn Fairy. That would kind of make some sense. A slam wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
A slam wouldn't be too bad, because then we could get into that Thornvine Barn. I got some hints to work with in caves, though, so caves feels like a pretty good dive. I'm trying to really... Oh, here we go. Igloo area. So caves is our answer. Key 1, Key 3, Key 8, Tiny K Roll, Lanky K Roll, Diddy K Roll, Kongs. Everything else is on the path to. Alright.
I really hope it's the Splat, because you can't do anything else right now.
That would be real
bad. You can get into Diddy's Igloo.
Yep, Chunky can be found by Diddy in Forest. We saw him. We saw him on the winch.
I saw that and got all excited like we didn't already know that.
Yep. We could use a tiny hint. We have no idea where tiny is. But we'll have to make do without for now. Oh, Spike is also broke. That's so funny. They're both gonna leave Key 7 behind. And of course it's Tiny that buys
Tiny Vial.
Yep, that's awesome. Great. Very cool. I guess that because Splat had junk and it fell off or something?
Yeah, it did.
Kind of funny. Maybe our good friend the tomato has something. Or maybe our greatest nemesis, the beetle, has something.
Just the GB.
Yeah, this seed feels extremely linear so far. They've done the same thing. I find whenever I play with Spike, I find that he always does something that I just like don't expect, and just ends up having like completely different routing for it. Your routing can like really snowball depending on like one small decision. If you like get or miss a certain item, it can like lead you to make different things. You prioritize different stuff, and so stuff just falls into place differently for you, and that like snowballs into like something completely different.
Alright, no snagging this out of logic for Spike.
Japes forced lobbies to Kongs. That could be the hinted factory lobby Splat, or that could be charge. So like maybe like Diddy R&D has your tiny. That'd be kind of crazy. Owl Tree.
Owl Tree to Lanky.
Lanky Carol. So you probably buy grape and then just something in the Owl Tree has it as your barrels. Feels pretty good to me. That's almost all of our information into caves. I think there's one more hint. Oh, charge for Chunky, of course. That would make sense. I can't like dismiss the factory lobby box entirely because that is something, but it would be solved by just charge right now. All right, Igloo Kasplat, what do you got for us? Is this Coconut Shooter?
It is.
That it is. We'll take our coconut and we will get out of Dodge. Off the galleon, probably. Little warp think dance. Like, where's the level? Where's the level? Where's the level?
7.
It's 7. Ash is running to forest, and she's gonna be like, "Wait, I don't want to be here." Wait, she does want to be here. Maybe she's going to buy key 7, just in case.
Oh, she's getting Chunky.
Oh, well, that makes sense too. Just kidding. No, she's not. I definitely don't hate getting Chunky right now. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. You can shoot the switch that turns on the winch with any gun. It just logically requires Peanut because nobody thinks to do it with any other gun. But nevertheless, I mean, you really can't go wrong. You either get Peanut now or later. It doesn't really matter. Oh, you need a slam! You still need a slam to open the room to the winch to turn it on. Ah, that's not good. Well, seems she's beating the Alta-Tweet allegations better than I am, so that's good. Nevertheless, we still have action. We can go to the 5-door ship and scoop up whatever that is. Maybe it's the slam.
Yeah, we don't have the slam hint yet.
We don't have the slam
I feel like
hint?
we usually get that early.
Yeah. Sometimes you get it early. It's kind of hard to say. We get 2 more hints here. I think it's 2 hints. Yeah, the TNS is in the caverns.
Yep.
There's a little bit of action. Plus, we get to go say hey to Kevin. We'll get there.
And you really can't do much else here. You can't go into the lighthouse. You can't do the rocket barrel to the top. All you can really do is the on-guard chest, the 2 hints in Kevin. And then obviously lower the water.
Spike being a lot more thorough about his GB count. He's going to be relatively higher on GBs later in the seed.
I don't hate that.
Top of the castle. Oh. Interesting. I mean, we have Rocket Barrel, so that's like super easy to get to. Who knows what that is? But now we have a good reason to go to Castle, so if we get to 30 GBs, we go straight there.
Yep.
Okay,
Castle
finally,
rooms 8 and Linky.
We finally get a little bit of branching. Castle rooms. Key 8, Tiny K roll, Lanky K roll. So,
I could see that being Trombone.
I was thinking maybe like a Strong Kong. Yeah, that could just be Trombone though, or like Mini gets you Trombone, or like Feather gets you Trombone. Yeah, Trombone feels best to tie to that somehow. Yeah, and given that like the Thornvine Barn Fairy is kind of feeling like candy right now, I feel like you can put Strong Kong on this Gigapath somewhere and use it in the rooms. Like this could be in the library where this is. That's interesting. Castle rooms, a lot of those checks have a lot of requirements, so you gotta be a little bit careful. And it is a green slam, fortunately, so you don't need the slam to get in there, which is good. Tricky. Fortunately, some things are clearer than others. We got a
Really?
D5-door ship hinted way of the horde. We're headed straight there.
Really hoping this is something good and not like Feather. It's like, oh no.
I think it's Peanut feels pretty likely to me, but
yeah,
especially because
I agree.
DDK rule fell off that Castle Rooms path, so like Peanut has to show up relatively early in this whole chicanery. But like you could get Peanut, it locks key 1 or key 3, one of the 2. I'm hoping it's key 1, and then Peanut is needed for Kongs, and Kongs falls off the Gigapath in Castle Rooms as well. So like Peanut feels really likely to be turning up pretty soon. candy on the main character. Oh my god. Actually, that's
it's
actually not a bad.
Possible,
actually,
but that.
No, because then you would end up in this weird spot where you have to get candy in forest, go to factory to buy a move that isn't barrels, and then use that move to get barrels.
In the owl tree, most likely.
Uh-oh, Beaver Bother, Way of the Horde Beaver Bother, in the qualifiers, red alert. Have we had a Way of the Horde Beaver Bother in the qualifiers yet? I don't even know.
I did one for a GB. I don't think it was Way of the Horde, though.
The mighty has fallen. Doing Beaver Bother for GBs. Back in my day, we could never, because we're bad.
And the easier mode is much, much better.
There we go. Beavers bothered. Peanuts acquired.
Peanut. Definitely know we need that.
Yes, sir.
All
so
right.
now, I was going to say go get Chunky, but what slam? Haha, good one, me. I feel like Castle feels pretty good. And we can't get there. Awesome. You can go back to Japes, I suppose. Japes with Coconut and Peanut, you got some action there. You like Minecart.
Snag that key. If it's key 1, you can go to Aztec. Not that you want to at this point, but you could.
I feel like key 1 makes the most sense here. Or if it's key 1, it makes the most sense. If it's key 3, I think Japes still makes the most sense.
Yeah. I'm going to stop suggesting we do stuff in forest because we still don't have a slam. And I'm going to forget every check is a slam check.
We'll get it in our heads eventually. Stop it, stop it. And if you get key 1, then checking out Aztec feels pretty good. Although Aztec is probably going to be really expensive. Like, it could be anywhere from like 50 to 20. Anywhere from 20 to 50, I think. Yo,
Okay.
The mechfish? Alright, now we're cooking. Alright, hang on.
I like it. I like it.
Hold up, let her cook. Let her cook. I could see it. I mean, any peanut check is fair game at this point. They're all good.
All this stuff is still on paths that have at least some unresolved part.
Yeah. Doing an assessment of the castle rooms. The museum we are way short on, and it's not barrel, so I think we can toss out the museum. The ballroom looks pretty good. Makes a lot of sense. The ballroom fits pretty well. The problem is it doesn't need anything else that is hinted, so we're kind of... Like, I kind of want to pick a room that like needs more stuff. Like, the library feels really good to me because we already know Strong Kong is going to be Way of the Horde.
Yep.
And that could be like a pretty good branching spot. Lanky Tower seems a little bit sketchy, especially because it's pretty likely you're buying Grape and then Grape gets you barrels in the Owl Tree, so I don't really like Lanky Tower. The Museum Ferry seems okay, because Monkey Port could just be another step in the chain somewhere. Yeah, our rooms are looking a little sparse, so car race is an outside possibility. The problem is that it's past a Tiny K rule, so that would mean it would like have to be feather exactly, pretty much on the car race, which reduces the odds pretty substantially.
All right, here's our Japes look.
Japes with DK and Coconut and Peanut again. Buying GBs everywhere we can go.
And it's a green slam level. We're not going to get got by that.
That's good. My mental can't handle that right now. It's cognitive overload to have to consider slam levels, so we're keeping the cog EL a little light today. That's good. In this dark early weekly or qualifier. Qualifier of, again, 23 people. Off we go. I like the mountain. I feel like Ash has the initiative, but Spike is like certainly not falling behind at all. It's more that Ash has the initiative on progression, but Spike is maybe like a little further progressed as far as GBs go. So it's not like there's an actual lead here. It's a lead in the sense that if it like immediately just like turned into the jettiest seat of all time, Ash would be in the lead, but actually if it jetted out, I would like Spike's position a little more, because he's just got more GBs right now. And if it casinoed out, I'd like Ash's position a little more, because she's going to know it's a casino sooner. Oh my lord, what happened to that claptrap?
seems so hard to navigate.
The juxtaposition of what's happened is just like mind-boggling. I'm like trying to like math out like, well, how does this race go on? Meanwhile, Spike in the corner is just like, haha, funny giant skull head claptrap. We're really out here. DK64 Randomizer.com in a nutshell.
I can't do big head, little head. It's too distracting for me.
It's just too much. I feel like
it's such a funny feature, but
it's so funny. But like they have, I feel like, appropriately sized heads. The cartoony art style. I think it's like fine as is. Like I'm not trying to mess with perfection. But it is really funny when Chunky has like a head the size of a walnut. It's just outrageous. Painting room. Not in logic. We don't have a way to logically kill the zingers with Lanky, but it is 2 checks. You just do it with guitar or any gun.
And it, I mean, Osan started this path with the whole Vines thing, so like
any peanut check is fair game. And we haven't found anything off peanuts, although I don't think Ash checked the minecart, so
she did not.
If it's the minecart, that would kind of suck. That would suck a lot.
Yeah. Charge might be that free Kong hint, but you already have that resolved. So
yeah. And it could just as easily be the way the Horde hinted factory lobby box. I feel like it's more likely Charge, given how the duplicate or the duplicate hint prevention works. Like it doesn't like to double hint that much.
Yeah, we just don't know. I think part of the problem we still don't have a tiny location hint, right?
No, we do not. We have no idea where Tiny is.
Yeah. So like if we get like a Tiny is found by Chunky kind of hint, then it becomes a little bit. Yeah.
Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. Because the path hint can't point you to Tiny directly. It would only point you to like an item that would get you Tiny. But yeah, I think Charge. I think Charge just makes too much sense for anything else right now.
Yeah, I meant more like if we can somehow prove that Chunky is our 4th Kong instead of our 5th one, then that factory box becomes more interesting.
It would be difficult for Chunky to be like guaranteed 4th, because that would mean that the Tiny is also locked by a slam functionally, or I guess locked by Chunky. It's kind of a question of where's the slam? The slam would be a nice pickup right now, that's for sure, but at the end of the day, we're still just making progression. Like, it could well be that the slam is the hinted item on top of Castle, and with 30 GBs, you're good to go. And at last, we're going to finally get some resolution on what this key is in the lowlands. What is this key that's locked by Peanut? The people have been asking. The people demand an answer. It is key 1.
It is 1.
Good. Good. A very late mushroom exterior foolish hint. I'm pretty sure we full cleared that region except the blast cores, I guess.
Very funny hint.
What does 4th versus 5th Kong mean in CLO? Absolutely nothing. It's just you want your Kongs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. CLO has no impotence on putting Kongs in certain locations and certain levels. You just find them when you find them.
Oh, yeah. When I was saying 4th versus 5th Kong, it was more like if the game is expecting us to have Chunky before Tiny, then that early lobby's free Kong hint could be not Charge.
Yeah.
But if Chunky is... We know Chunky's not found by Tiny, but like let's say Tiny locks both slams, which means you have to have Tiny in order to get Chunky, then the hint would have to be talking about Charge. So there's too little information for us to actually make that call. It's just more of a, if we could suss that out, it could be useful.
And there's always the ugly situation where the slams are just both available, so neither of them is going to get hinted, and you just have to find one. That's kind of what the seed is. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. That's kind of what I'm smelling. However, with key 1, we can get a look at Aztec, and we can maybe we get a little bit more information to pry this seed open.
That's 5 more hints there. We get a hint in Stormy Tunnel if we open up the Ramby cage. So we got six potential spots for a slam hint, which I think is what I would be hoping for right now.
I think that is the slam hint the best thing you could see? Probably. I mean, I would also not hate to see a Peanut use hinted. And knowing where your slam is probably just way better than anything else at this point. Yeah. But it's entirely possible that your way the hordes have pointed you to a slam. That is certainly possible. And because of that, you won't get an overt slam hint. What is that?
That is triangle. Oh.
No idea if we need that. What's really funny is it is actually possible that that is the Stormy Tunnel hinted item because of all the stuff. Oh, bingo! Aztec or Castle.
All right, I'm liking the top of Castle a lot.
I'm liking that a lot too. That's really good. But what's really funny is because all that Gigapath stuff converged on Coconut, and Coconut locked that triangle, it's entirely possible that that triangle is now your answer to everything.
So triangle could be the answer to everything, but it's not the Japes Stormy Tunnel hint that we already got. That has to be Shockwave because it has to lead to Coconut.
Well, yeah, but Coconut led
Or not
to...
Coconut, sorry. It has to lead to Peanut because of the Diddy hint.
Yeah, because guitar is the thing that... Guitar doesn't get you into the Stormy Tunnel, so it doesn't quite work out.
Still could be useful.
Yeah, Triangle's certainly not terrible to have. It would be less terrible to have if we had Chunky, perchance, but nevertheless. We'll have to settle for Castle. I don't think Ash got the slam hint though. The slam hint is in the Stormy Tunnel, and I don't think she went there because
I don't think so.
I don't think Ash went there. That's a nice hint to have, that's for sure, because it kind of tells you just go somewhere else, pretty much. It could be here in Castle, or it could be... Oh, they both went there? Alright, well, I'm making stuff up. That's cool. In any case, they both know that... Alright, I gotta be somewhere else now. You could pick Aztec. Spike picks Aztec, Ash picks Castle, and I think this is a pretty solid route divergence point. If they're both accessible, then this could easily, like, swing a seed. 41 GBs.
41. 8 tiny lanky.
Right.
That was Funky Tiny in caves, which we don't have yet.
Yes. Interesting. That could be the thing we need to get into the castle rooms. Like, that could be your strong Kong. Ash diving ballrooms. Aztec was a little bit too expensive. It was 41, so it kind of now is going to converge back into castle again. It seems they're both going to end up there. Makes perfect sense. You know, bird in the hand, rather than having to, like, dump all your blueprints to get into a maybe good. A maybe good.
Like, you definitely have something you can do that's been hinted, so...
Yeah. I mean, both the levels you're going to get 5 hints out of anyway, so you're not too torn up about picking them as far as information goes. I suppose Castle might be a little bit slower to get around. A little bit less dense as far as surroundings go. Not the ballroom. No dice here. Yeah, the shop pads are very important to see, but it's funny, for all the importance of the shops, we've actually not bought all that much.
No.
The shops have been just a little bit too inconvenient to purchase for one reason or another. Either we don't have the shopkeeper, or we don't have the Kong, or we're broke. Good one. And Cranky is no exception. No luck. One push in the treasure room. We know that to be in the treasure chest.
Yep.
Well, we know that by process of elimination because I think Spike looked at the rest of the treasure room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, DK, rocket barreling DK. Oh yeah. Swagged up. That said, what the heck is at the top of Castle? We're taking our sweet time getting there, I guess. Spike fell down. I actually missed Spike falling down because I was staring at a hint probably. But everybody gets one, you know, that's all well and good. That's all well and good. Triangle's way the Lord. That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
I have no idea why. That's cool. None of our hints have any reason for that to be true.
No.
Rooms don't line up. Owl doesn't line up. Chops don't line up.
The only way Coconut lines up is if it's his 5-door ship, but that was a GB.
It's not going to be Kegs, because Barrels is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Barrels is functionally dead due to the way the hint's laid out.
Could be an igloo angle for just, like, bongos or something.
The freaking main character. Not again. Not again.
We did start with Gone, so it could be a cabin.
Swipe a blueprint on the fly. Oh, he's a pro. Alright, top of castle. What do we got here? Top of the town. Ooh, forest CBs is very interesting hint. Key 8 and lanky phase. So that feels like trombone. Oh my god, is it forced tiny metal for trombone?
You need the...
It's gotta be, right? Because tiny K will drop off that path. It has to be like something like tiny related into a forest metal.
I don't know the metals well enough.
It's gotta be forced tiny metal. I like this isn't like a crazy deduction. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's just
no.
Yeah. Because both Mini and Feather are pretty significant assistants in getting this medal. It was Key 8 Tiny. It was a forced CBs to Key 8 Tiny Carol. There's our punch, which is a little bit awkward because we want punch to get into the factory lobby box. But with what chunky? Therein lies the problem.
Okay, so interesting. Tiny's medal in forest is now doable because you have any gun plus punch.
Oh, so it's maybe not Tiny's medal.
Yeah. I mean, it still could be. It's just, it doesn't have to fall off.
Whose medal is it? What the hell? Because Diddy's is available with that peanut. DK's is available with that coconut. Lanky's needs grape. Maybe you get, like, grape on that medal, and then grape gets you trombone and into the owl tree or something? That would make sense now, because then how does the factory shop fit in? Oh no, we have O-stand. Oh, we need the slam. O-stand plus slam is enough. But...
yeah.
Ooh. And then Chunky's not needs nothing. Well, what is going on with 4 CBs? Maybe it's just possible we just need a random 4 CB and it's just not related, right? You get something to the end of the... You get something that leads you somewhere else. Something that leads you to trombone, maybe. That would kind of make some sense.
Well, this library check. The library is nothing.
Huh.
That makes things really interesting. So we know for a fact it's not the museum. It could be the museum ferry, the car race, or the tower. But the tower...
Lanky Tower seems really sketchy. I'm liking the museum ferry a lot here. And of course, Ash takes a huge tumble. Alright, goodbye. Everybody gets 1. We're good. They both got their 1. We're fine. Or maybe it was calculated. I don't know. I want to see the museum ferry, because I feel like that's the one thing that makes the most sense right now.
Yeah, I like the museum ferry.
I don't like the car race. I feel like the car race is, like, low odds. I suppose the odds are improving for the car race as we speak, but...
The car race would have to be, like, exactly Feather, because you would need Mini. Yeah.
Because it can't be Mini, so the car race would have to lead you to exactly Feather. It's entirely possible because there's something in the cave shops that we have to still buy. You could buy Monkey Port. That would make a lot of sense. But it also could be... Lanky Tower's a little trickier because you would have to find Sniper randomly and then like maybe you're like buying Balloon. Tiny's held by Splat Niles. Okay, well, speak of the devil.
Well, but that's not the...
Wait, which one?
Oh, that could be the lobby box. That can still be the lobby box.
No, because that wouldn't... Oh, yeah, it could be, and that could be...
Because Charge would be the path hint,
it's way the
and
horde.
she would be the lobby box. Yeah.
It's just way the horde, right? So it doesn't have... Yeah, so Charge is the path hint, and then the lobby box is Tiny. That would make sense. Okay, cool. So that means Tiny's definitely your 5th Kong, then. You definitely get Chunky first. You do not need Tiny to get a slam. Tiny could lock a slam, which would be tragic, but... There's a slam out there somewhere right now.
Yep.
Which puts you in a really awkward bind. You can't really dive your hints super aggressively. You have to just basically be full clearing to try and find the slam. Because it looks like everything hinges on the slam right now. So this is why Ash is doing something ugly, like going to the crypt. Check out Donkey Minecart and Diddy Crypt. Ugh. What's the pad
I don't think they've checked it yet.
I don't think we know the pad to Helm. That is a little bit awkward. I don't think it matters too much. Because it would... we have no way to get up there yet. You bail on Castle and try and dig for the slam in Aztec? You could make that gamble. That's totally reasonable. Because it could just be like a tiny check and Castle has slam, or a chunky check and Castle has a slam. Either one would be totally reasonable. Or totally plausible, at least. Nevertheless, can we get a slam on... Yeah.
Not that.
Charge for a slam also kind of makes sense. Because you already know it's going to be charged just to Chunky. Or just for Chunky. Spike's not quite done yet. He still wants to have a look here. I don't think we've seen the museum fairy. Oh, we can't see the museum fairy because we don't have Chunky. I'm stupid. We can't get into the museum at all. I was like, oh, why aren't they going there? It makes so much sense. Let's just have a look. What are we doing? Apparently there's a pretty good reason. Is this the 4 CB?
Slam for Thornvine Fairy, slam for Chunky.
Yeah.
Chunky most likely to get Tiny, because the only spot that doesn't require Chunky would be like Helm Lobby.
Helm Lobby, yeah, that crossed my mind, but wow, that would suck.
You would need Sniper. You don't have a way to cross the lava. Like, I mean, alright, you could do some Kasplat Shockwave shenanigans to get across, but
a little wonk-ass damage boosting.
Yeah.
Not great. Not great.
Alright, so not the minecart. I don't think either racer has done the dungeon yet. I think they both rolled past it.
Good old Donkey Dungeon. Everyone hates Donkey Dungeon.
Yeah.
Does anyone like Donkey Dungeon? I kind of made that up, but like I'm pretty sure everyone hates it just because it's super easy to do and it's just like always.
It's like always tier 0, unless it's slam locked. Like you can always do it, and sometimes it just takes forever if you get like all chunky faces or something.
Anything Castle DK Metal? Okay, well low bar, but all right. Well, okay, they're both free, right? It's free. Haha, it's free. That means it's good, right?
Castle Donkey Metal with no moves is so bad.
It's an experience. Oh, slam! Oh! Slam detected. Castle Diddy Metal.
That's... I guess that makes sense. Yeah, no, that...
With Peanut in charge, it's definitely a logic. Peanut charge rocket barrel?
Peanut charge... Peanut rocket barrel, yeah. Some combination of peanut charge rocket barrel.
It's slam peanut rocket barrel. Slam peanut rocket barrel. That's our ticket. Because we don't have chunky. Or charge slam peanut. Wow. Where's our
so
tiny
no matter
hint?
what peanut does.
Our tiny hint was in castle. Tiny's on a Kasplat in Isles, which means she's probably just in the factory lobby box. That makes the most sense to me. Alright, well. Do you have to do the crypt in order to get this balloon? Or in order to get this balloon for the medal? You might, so like Spike's on the right track here. He was shooting Diddy balloons earlier, so he's definitely thinking about Castle Diddy medal, so I don't think he's gonna leave without it. And that'll put them both in a pretty good state. Because with that slam, we kind of sort of uncork the seed, if you will. We get chunky, we probably get tiny, and then we get back to thinking about what to do next, but we could ride those two into Aztec and just... There's your slam. Oh, Spike's got to be feeling great about that one. Like, oh, that's a perfect time to finish the level. Because he doesn't even have to check, like, Donkey Minecart now. He can just go. Onto the cage. Open the winch. Stop having it be closed.
And then, very important, don't forget to go into Thornvine Barn and get the fairy. Don't just leave. Alright. Ash is good.
It is a great call. I may have forgotten about that. But with this, even though we're at a Logic Strong Kong, this is like candy. That kind of like kicks you off on the factory shops path. And also is like a pretty strong indicator that candy's only needed for a lanky K roll, which is like pretty good. Yeah. Also, you're definitely rich now. Don't leave without key 7. This might be your last trip to Forest. Actually, it's probably not your last trip to Forest now that I think about it, but...
It could be, though.
It could
Well,
be.
no, because you're
gonna have to go...
Item.
You're gonna have to go buy whatever's on candy in Factory before you come back to Forest, no matter when you get candy. So there is going to be another trip to Forest, but the problem is there's like an outside shot. You need something in Helm as well, which would be a little sketchy. It's not even candy anyway. It's okay. Barrel throwing. Never mind. We can probably just leave candy. Who cares? I think we just shortcutted. I think we just shortcutted a lot of logic there.
Mix up. Okay.
Great. So it's probably like Strong Kong in the Owl Tree or something. Like who cares? You buy Grapevine candy. Who cares? You get Strong Kong in the Owl Tree. Who cares?
Yeah.
Alright, this is the benefits of going out of logic. Sometimes you just skip huge chunks of progression. Forget about it. You know, making a day and getting the snide hint kind of makes a lot of sense too. Maybe have a look at kegs, or not kegs, look at levers.
Yep.
This is actually...
Don't forget Key 7.
This could well be our last Forest trip actually, so now you really want to go buy that Key 7.
Igloo to 8. The triangle! I called it. I'm just saying.
Ash might
be bongos.
Ash is definitely thinking that right now and is hyped beyond measure.
Yep.
Alright, go scoop up your Key 7 and we're out of here. Hopefully never to return to Forest. Hopefully. If we come back to Forest, something has probably gone terribly wrong. If I had to guess. Alright, we need a Endgame requirements check. DK rule, we're good. Lanky K rule, we need Trombone. Tiny K rule, we need Mini and one of Feather or Oranges. Oranges won't be hinted, but if it just like falls into our lap, that might solve some problems. Good lord, the Chunkster is giga-brained today.
What
a shot!
Tiny K rule is a little bit scary because it's totally possible that all of these Tiny K rule hints are the same item.
Yeah.
And like if this all led to Feather, for example.
It's doing the thing again. It's doing the funny thing again that we've seen time to time in Quals, time and again. Right, and they both stumble into what we believe will be Tiny Kong at about the same time. Just with one small difference, and that Spike has 9 more GBs. That's a lot. That's not a small number. It's like 10 more, actually.
Yeah. Spike has 9 more GBs and 1 more blueprint.
Yeah, so collectively 10.
Cave shot. Oh yeah, we already saw that one.
Now the tricky thing with that is he has to now convert that into the endgame, right? He is now in the opposite position that Ash was in, where Ash was like rushing progression points and skipping and not clearing as densely. Now Spike needs to start hitting the progression points and start skipping stuff, try and get to the endgame a little bit sooner. And to that end, he's headed straight to the museum. He was also very interested in the museum fairy. I like this. This could also be shortcutting a bunch of logic if you like skip monkey port here. Like if you pull like a feather here, it's crazy good. Meanwhile, Ash is going back to caves to buy whatever this shop item is. If it's monkey port, then this is kind of, it's all moot. I believe that was junk. All right.
That is junk. All right, it can't be this, but we'll get confirmation.
Yeah, Spike like barely even looked at it. He's not thinking that. Oh, Spike didn't even get Key 7. Unbelievable. Nice. Good one. Good one. He'll be back. It's not super important, and it doesn't look like anything's in Helm yet. I think Spike was really banking on the museum to be a hit and just missed, which is unfortunate.
Ash trying to remember where the shop was. Looks like.
Yep. Or maybe she like didn't get a good look at it or something. I don't know. Here we go. What's our item here? It's grape.
Oh no! It's for the tower. Lanky Tower.
God. Are you kidding me? It's actually Lanky Tower?
Right?
It sure looks like it, that's for sure. Which means you probably need... Well, then you need Balloon, too. Or Sniper. It's Blast, or I did not read that hint. What did I
not catch that?
Where?
I didn't catch it. Let me... Clip.
Forest Tiny.
Forest with Tiny.
What? Oh, that kind of makes sense, actually. Castle C... or 4 CDs on the path to Key 8 Lanky K roll? Wait. Wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. That's probably not good. So you get Blast off 4 CBs, and then Blast gets you something for Lanky K roll? Or maybe Trombone? That's kind of messed up. Force Tiny Middle? maybe we're not done with Forest yet. maybe Forest is not done with us yet.
Yeah.
I did forget about that Forest metal hit. That's pretty good reason to go back to Forest, that's for sure. Yeah, Spike was probably really hoping this was Monkey Port, or yeah, actually Monkey Port would probably be pretty good, because then you would be like, ah, yes, of course, we get Mini into Feather in the car race if I so desire. It gives you like flexibility on that, but it's not Monkey Port, so you got screwed. Unlucky. Hunky minigame. Okay, when you start talking about like trying to like put a hunky minigame anywhere, you can just stop. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. All right. Ash and the Rabbit. It was a matter of time before the main character worked his way into the seed, and we all knew it. It fits really well, I will say that much. Yes. Igloo to 8. Triangle away the Horde. Kinda like it.
Yeah, it's not Diddy's Igloo because of the barrels situation.
Aztec was like 40 something. I feel like Spike should just go to Aztec.
It was 41, yeah.
Like I feel like Aztec makes a ton of sense here, just for GB or just for hint purposes. There's nothing really interesting in Aztec per se, but like if you just run around and got your hints, I feel like you'd be in a much better state.
See, I'm thinking bongos.
I'm also thinking bongos now. Weird. Maybe it's because it's yellow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
and this isn't Tiny in Forest.
We're so smart.
Alright, checking out Owl Tree on Spike's side.
I mean, he's probably just gonna find like Strong Kong, right? Like, or Candy. Actually, you can find Candy and buy Strong Kong. It could be the other way around, yeah. That'd make a lot of sense. Well, that'd be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, the question is where, though? Is she, like, on the owl race or something? Like, that's not good. I guess there's a hint here, too. That's not bad. And maybe you can, like, scoop up the medals while you're here. The one potion in the Shipyard Outskirts.
Shipyard Outskirts.
Wait.
To 8 Tiny Lanky.
There's only one potion in the Outskirts.
Yes. We have not seen it. It was not Mechfish.
It's not the Mechfish. Like the seal? That's kind of crazy.
Then we need the Blast.
Which would rule out the Force Tiny Metal, because, or it would rule out the Force CB hint, because Force CB is not the Tiny K roll.
Right.
Blast does make sense, or the owl makes sense, or the seal makes sense because coconut is so important to this.
This is not the Owl Tree item, by the way.
Wow.
So it's either in the anthill or on the race, the rabbit race.
But like, who cares what this item is, right? It's just candy, right? And then candy gets you Strong Kong. I don't think I'm too worried about that. I'm not pressed about this at all. I think Spike is just looking for CBs here, and he's just like, I may as well check this because I'm here. Like, if I could confirm it's candy here, I might be able to just like not do it. I think he's scooping up Force Tiny Metal though. Yes, sir. And Chunky Metal as well. Yeah.
Check the inside the mushroom, actually. As a tiny check with no requirements. Well, the slam requirement, but...
Yeah. Given that you know Blast is here, you kind of have to look at it. I'm not sold on the Spider Boss, for what it's worth. That doesn't feel quite right here, because that would require Mini and Feather, and that's not really how the hints are... Well, it's possible, I suppose. We haven't seen any Key 8 paths that don't include Tiny K-Roll. Or we don't see any Tiny K-Roll paths that don't include Key 8, so it's still possible.
Right.
I guess I don't hate the Spider Boss, but I'm not really... Nothing strongly pushes me that way yet. It feels more likely to me that this is just a random blast, or a random blast pull, and then you kind of like... Maybe you leverage blast elsewhere? I don't know. Bit of a doozy. Oh, but Ashes might be thinking Spider Boss. Punching the crate open is kind of crazy. Actually, might just be looking for the tiny CBs. Yep. No way, he's one short. Oh my god.
The tragedy.
You hate to see it. Alright, not the easy tiny check, so...
Okay, so that means you definitely need Mini. Unless it's the...
Be reasonable,
metal.
Spike. Be reasonable. We knew it wasn't going to be anything. Come on. Don't do us like that. Good God. It's actually, I think it's possible that could have been something. There's a world where it's Trombone, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
A very strange world where the Czech Legends has Trombone. Oh, well, here's your last pack. Sax? What? Excuse me?
Sax?
Pardon? Sax
No,
for maybe key 8 Lanky K rule? This does not make any sense at all. Why? Why Sax? It makes so little sense, I kind of want to get a look at Tiny's Medal now, which I think we're about to get from one of these two.
Ash was close, yeah.
Nope. It's just going to be like 4 or 5 off. Spike can go in the front and then Mini into the back. Nope, just kidding, they're not Mini. Gotta make it night. Just kidding, make it day. I made it up. I'm just completely wrong
early.
again.
Make it morning.
Seems to be the theme for the day. She's still gonna be 5 short. Dang all. Trombone on a sax check is looking pretty likely, I wager, but like which one? It's kind of a tricky bit. There's no shortage of them.
Eggs.
Could be like Trombone plus Mini. Could be like Anthill. Or Sax plus Mini. Because, like, Tiny K Rool falls off the path at some point to Key 8 Lanky K Rool. So, like, Sax plus Mini feels like a pretty good shout somewhere. And there's a lot of those. Maybe not a lot of those, but the Anthill is, like, premier. Oh, what happened in the days when we thought that... What happened in the days when we thought that we were done with Forest? Here we are, like 20 minutes later, neck deep in Forest, just like, all right, give it, cough it up. Would it be Lanky's Medal? Nope.
Nope.
I think Tiny's is the last one we haven't seen. So here we go. Forest Tiny Medal. What do you got for us? Anything good? Nope. It is definitely Sax. Or it's the boss. I don't think we've looked at the boss, but
we have not looked at the boss yet.
I don't even know where the boss is, and Spike might be trying to find it. It's like, where? What are we doing here?
I think the boss was behind.
I think he's running right to it.
Was it top of mushroom?
Oh no.
Or was it this one?
It's not a new hint, but new hint for him.
Yeah, blue to 8. All right, so Sax.
Sax. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that think dance, brother. That's a good think dance right there.
Okay, well, Sax could make sense because there's 2 tiny checks in Forest, or 3 if you count the Anthill as 2. And Forest Tiny has to give you blast.
Okay, hear me out. Forest, yeah, so I think the Anthill could have both Blast and Candy.
Yes.
Candy for Lanky K Rool, Blast for Key 8, and it's actually 2 different things you need it for, which would be crazy. As opposed to the Trombone, which would solve both. Just immediately. That is a little bit insane. Small problem, we need Mini Monkey to get there, but we need a Mini Monkey anyway, so I'm not really too worried. I'm not too pressed about that one. Alright, Aztec, what do you got for us? You got some info? We need an info dump here for sure. Alright, that's a pretty solid one. Castle CBs.
Castle CBs to 8 Tiny Lanky.
Oh, wow, 8 Tiny Lanky, okay. Back on that train again.
What did we get? We got Slam.
Slam? Well, Slam would be Kongs in that case then, right? So I don't think that tracks. Unless it's Red Slam.
Okay.
Horrible.
I was going to say, Slam wouldn't have to be Kongs if the other Slam is accessible, but you need Red Slam.
That would be really
Red Slam
bad.
to get the Outskirts potion?
Oh, wow, that does make sense, doesn't it? Oh, no.
That makes too much sense. I don't like it.
That makes a lot of sense. So where's the other? So you know the other Slam's in Aztec, though, so you should just keep clearing Aztec. So, that's good. Oh, hello, Key 3, I guess, out of nowhere. Okay.
Sure.
Well,
okay.
Hello, I did not expect you there, but that's good. That's good that we got that one squared away.
I mean, it makes sense with the whole Peanut. Yeah.
Right. I mean, Peanut locked Key 1 and Key 3 directly with nothing else required. Simple as That's pretty good. Key 1 and Key 3 vanish from the paths at the same time, so it does kind of make sense that you have to keep that one in mind. Key 1, Key 3, and DK rule all vanish from the paths all at the same instant, so... Peanut probably is needed for all 3 of those. What do you know? Oh, there we go. That's pretty good evidence for 2 things in the anthill. There's Owl to Key 8. So you put Candy in the anthill and Blast in the anthill, and...
That's so funny.
And it's actually 2 different items. That's so weird.
I like it. It works.
That's
and then the castle room item would be mini, so that means you most likely need
Sniper.
Lanky Tower.
Sniper and Balloon. You need them both. You can't skip either. Well, okay, you could use Homing instead of Sniper, but you definitely need Balloon.
But where's Homing?
We don't know where Homing is. We don't know where Sniper is, but there's so many hints that it's entirely possible. One's on like a Castle Metal. That fit pretty well. Castle Metal, the Shipyard Outskirts, so maybe the Slam. You get the Slam out of Aztec. Outskirts has Sniper. The Metal has Homing. You go back to Castle, you're good to go. Factory Car Race out of nowhere. Okay. That's... What is that? That's Trombone. That's Trombone. There's Red Slam!
There's Red Slam. Okay.
So that's Trombone in the car race. We were wondering, that was the one item we hadn't placed yet. So you put Trombone in the car race, you put Balloon or Sniper in the outskirts, and then you put the other on a Castle Metal Roll. Oh no, wait, the Castle Metal Roll was Sniper. We're still short one item.
Was the Slam, yeah.
The Castle Metal Roll was the Slam, so we're still short one item. We need one bit of information, either Sniper or Balloon. If we find either of those in a random spot, we're good to go.
Spike, you don't have Candy.
Brother. You put Candy in the anthill, you put Blast in the anthill right next to it, and that solves the seed. So if we find, because we got Key 7 is just in a forest shop, Strong Kong is probably just in that factory shop to get you into the Thornvine Barn to get your barrels.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we are one bit of info away from a done deal.
Yep. Because all the way the hordes are solved. Yeah, I like it.
That's really unfortunate that we're one bit of info away. That isn't great. So knowing that both the slams don't lock each other, right? It was just a trivial slam in Aztec and a trivial slam in... Well, okay, not a trivial slam in Castle, but a trivial slam in Aztec means it may as well have been. Huh.
Yeah, I like this. Check the outskirts real quick.
Well, you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that I've covered my bases here. I guess we got all the shops, right? We got the key out of forest. We got the grape out of caves. I guess we're not getting the Strong Kong out of aliens. Who cares? Strong Kong out of factory, so whatever. Oh, like you're shooting a crown.
Love it.
Anti-monarchist sentiment. Crazy out of Australia. That's unbelievable.
I will say, I do agree that this is most likely what's going to happen with like the slam being the Castle Metals thing.
Okay,
big
moment for Asher. She needs to check Diddy 5-Door Temple here, because if you don't check Diddy 5-Door Temple here, you are in big trouble. I don't know when you think to go back here. when you're at the end game looking for key 3, or when you take the 3 warp to go to the K Rule fight, you look around. Drake, where's the ship? And you realize you don't have key 3. You're in big trouble.
There is.
That's our balloon. That's balloon for Lanky Tower. So now where's the Sniper and or Homing? It's not... Could be in the treasure chests. Maybe. Wait, where's Minnie? Minnie is on Lanky Tower then?
Yeah, Minnie's on Lanky Tower, but we don't know where Feather is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's not good. I thought we were close, but maybe we're not that close.
I would go check the other Castle Metal
Homing
just to be safe.
Yeah, I think that does make... Well, no, because it didn't get away the Horde hinted, so I feel pretty good about actually, like, just like hard putting it there. Homing isn't in a logic for Lanky Tower, but you can still use it. So your hints will point to Sniper. Yeah, or will try to point to Sniper, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. You can find another way.
I also wouldn't hate a very quick factory dip to get that last hint out of production.
That would not be a quick dip. You have to turn production on.
Well,
that's a whole deal.
That's actually, you know what?
Also,
Very
your
fair.
your spawn is horrible. However, given
Spawn
how
is really bad.
given how close you are to the end game, just like 1 bit of info away, maybe 2. Actually, it might be 2 because I don't. You're right. I don't know where that feather turns up because it could be anywhere like peanut locked, it could be coconut locked, it could be shockwave locked. Like it could be basically anywhere.
I feel like it's one of those cases, if you don't go check that hint, it's going to solve the seed for you. And if you do go check the hint, it's going to be like, Isles shops are foolish.
Yeah. It is the worst hint in all worlds, no matter what.
Yeah. Ash did not get key 3, by the way.
Mike wants it.
She did leave.
Well,
she did leave
okay.
the 5-door temple.
So Ash kind of needs the seed to turn to some dookie then, because
I mean, it kind of already has, right?
I think the 5-door temple is like a pretty good dive when you're just like looking for stuff randomly. Like, just like rolling around with like pineapple, it feels pretty good. If you're thinking peanut checks, that's gonna be one that comes to mind. So like, there's ways to get back in to find that key 3 recover, but it's a little bit awkward to leave behind. And I can't say I wouldn't have done the same, to be honest. It's it's a tricky one. It's a sneaky one because key 3 hasn't been in your mind for like ages, for like an hour. Key 3 is just one of those, like, yeah, I'll just figure it out when I get there. Kind of like key 7 to some extent. Yeah, Spike's clearing out factory. I think he's just like smelled a lark and is just like, all right, time to just do everything. Grab was trivial on the hillside, so it's not too big a deal. Yeah, there's a couple hints that would really help a lot. A grab hint I think would be really good because it would kind of like tell you what to do with production. If anything, you might do nothing with production.
Spike spent all that time getting up there.
Grab doesn't get hinted. Maybe you just ignore production. I don't know. There's a hint there, so it's. Looks like you do like you like slide off into a second backflip really quickly, which is really hard. Yeah, you know it slams in Aztec, but like you just found it off the tunnel splat for free, so like it's really not that interesting. Alright. Admit defeat. You got it once, which was kind of sick. That's really hard to do. But back we go. Oh, don't hate the balloon. Fair enough. Yeah. The consolation prize. Tiny temple for Ash is interesting. I'm wondering what she's thinking here. Diving, I mean, yeah, diving is like the giga hinted item, right? Diving is the thing that everything converges on, so it's entirely possible there's actually like diving for, well, I mean, diving got your peanut too, so. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I got Mini, I would run it straight to the treasure chest and hope that's Feather. I feel like that's like I think your odds of that being Feather are like pretty good. It's not a sure thing by any stretch of the imagination, but given that we know there's something in the treasure room, and we've seen we've seen everything on the gold towers, and it's not there, and both Mini and Feather lead you to the Tiny K roll, I feel like it's like really good odds, certainly above average odds that Feather is in the hype chest. Pretty good odds. Maybe like 30%, which is like really good, better than anything else you can do. Told me to pick a number, that's the number I'd go with, but definitely not. Alright, Prod, what are we doing here? Such looking tiny temple, but this is going to be a really productive trip for Spike in the form of he's going to get Lanky's medal here. He's going to get Chunky's medal here. He's going to get a ton of looks at Prod. This is the payoff for going to Prod, is that you just get a huge pile of density. You get to look at so much and pick and choose what you want. You're going window shopping here in production. A banana medal? I don't think so. What was that? That Ash just got on Donkey medal.
I did not see that.
It was a cranky face. What just
turned It was Monkey Port.
Oh, it was Monkey Port, okay. I mean, that's not particularly inspiring.
It would have been if we haven't figured out the whole Monkey Tower. Although the fact that that was Port, I think, eliminates the whole shop angle we were talking about earlier, too. Although, we knew that because the cave shop gave us grape. Never mind.
Yeah.
Listen, if we got that 20 minutes ago, it would have given us so much info.
Yeah, that would have been a mind blower ages back, but unfortunately we live in the future and we are burdened with knowledge of things that have passed. Okay, maybe he's not thinking chunky metal. Pretty reasonable. Kind of slow to figure out. And with Red Slam, Ash runs straight back to Galleon and maybe realized she hasn't opened the two-door ship. Whoops. Let's get that one sorted. Castle Diddy Metal, that's your slam, so no new info.
Yeah, okay.
However, that is a second, or that could potentially be lampshading.
Yes.
The path hint. Right, because of the duplicate prevention, it now opens the door a little bit for a different Castle Metal to have your sniper. So I think Castle CBs are a pretty strong consideration in my mind. Like, I wouldn't hate, like, Chunky's Metal. And I don't think we had Tiny or Chunky when we ran to Castle, so I feel like that's where I would go to try and pull Sniper.
Yep.
Try and, like, see if they are referring to the same, if they're double hinted or not, and try and rule that out. I will say there's not been a lot of boss checking. We know Barrels is pretty much dead, so it kind of makes sense, but, like, that's when not boss checking is, like, most dangerous, when it's, like, a good play to not check the bosses. Ironically, when it's, like, a correct decision to not check bosses, it's even scarier. Museum Fairy was junk, so it's definitely not there. This is a doozy, that's for sure. We have a lot of, like, maybe, probably, kind of, sort of possibilities, but,
yeah.
I'm not feeling too great about any of them, team. I'm really not feeling too great. This is... I'm talking, like, we're playing, like, 20 to 30, like 30% odds that we're trying to run the table with. Like, I would wager it's like 30% for Feather to be in the treasure chest, and maybe like 20% for Sniper to be on a different Castle Metal. Like, our odds are not great. But if they're both there, your seat is done. So, like, if you go runner, you could be out of here in a hurry. But that's far, far from a given.
Yeah.
Time to think. Go deep in the tank. Where do you go? I think I like Castle here, but like I could be persuaded to go other places, I suppose. There's so many plausible outcomes. You could take Peanut pretty much anywhere, and I'd be like, yeah, that seems like a good play. Because, if I'm not mistaken, Peanut for... Oh, you know what? Peanut does get you Castle Diddy Metal, doesn't it? Yeah, in all worlds, you need Peanut for that, which solves the hint, right? That's the tricky bit. That solves Key 8, Tiny Key Roll, Lanky Key Roll for Peanut, just off the slam alone. And wouldn't you know it, the Castle CBs are Key 8, Tiny Key Roll, Lanky Key Roll, so... Your Peanut is solved, actually, so you don't really need to think about that too hard. It's really tempting, too, I suppose. Spike is trying to press his luck with Triangle. He has not found a use for it yet, and he is going to be perhaps mildly annoyed when he discovers the use for it in the Igloo area.
Yeah, I don't hate this from Ash checking. She didn't check Treasure Room earlier. We do still have that scouring hint, so...
That's good information to know that, okay, something is in the treasure chest. Hopefully it's Mini. Or hopefully it's Feather. I really hope it's Feather. And on top of
She's missing a Thieves hint.
No matter what you do, if you just randomly check stuff, you could always run into Homing. Or you could always run into Homing, well, pretty much no matter anyone. Homing is not going to be hinted here, and if you just randomly find Homing, you can just go do Lanky Tower with it. And you'll be like, yay, I found Homing. Huzzah. You could, like, maybe try and, like, read into the logic a little bit, get a little cheeky, maybe Castle CBs to try and pull a sniper, but, like, you could just, like, RNG a Homing ammo and call it a day. Welcome to a randomizer. Somehow they both ended up in caves. I feel like they've been, like, kind of, like, on top of each other, like, the whole time. There hasn't been a lot of, like, back and forth where they're doing different things at the same time. I suppose Spike checked production and Ash hasn't done that, but... too much difference between the two. It is fascinating.
Yeah. So Spike's gonna get the bongos here, which means he officially has the leg up because of the key 3. But like you said, once Ash figures out it's just Peanut, it's not one of the worst checks to go do. Ash had missed the Cave's lobby hint. I feel that.
Down a hint. I mean, it's not a particularly useful one. It just kind of tells you guitar. I suppose it's kind of useful in the sense that everything kind of converges on that peanut in the 5-door ship, but I don't know. Not crazy. Bongos for Spike. He's got to be feeling okay about that one. It's like, all right, fine. I guess I'll take it. I needed that. That's good. That's one item ticked off, but can't believe that stupid rabbit had something way the horde. Alright, production for Ash. So, like, I mean, it's just going back and forth. They're kind of thinking they're on the same wavelength. So it's just a matter of when does the single wavelength find Sniper? Because surely when one of them finds it, the other will just do the same thing immediately. Surely.
Early.
Oh, maybe thinking... Okay, never mind, Ash. Ash has abandoned the wavelength. Or... No, and now she runs back to factory. What are we thinking, your team? What are we thinking? Cave's Diddy Metal check for Spike? Is that what he's thinking? Whew.
Not the worst idea. It has been known to have stuff.
Cave's medals are low-key stinkers. Actually, no, they're not low-key. They're high-key stinkers.
Yes.
Any luck? Could use some luck. Alright, back to prod for Ash. Good. We're revving up for the funniest altitude of all time when Spike has just left key 7 behind and forest this whole time. Fortunately, he does, like, you kind of like have to go through forest again at some point to go get your blast, so it'd be a very funny time loss to just like leave key 5 or key 7 behind on like your 15th forest trip.
Remember an hour ago when you were like, this might be the last trip to forest?
Ah, that would have been nice. That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Good times.
I mean, Barrels definitely jumped the logic in a lot of stuff, but it did not jump that much, apparently, because you still have to go into the anthill anyway. Probably. God, I hope so. If it's actually on the rabbit race, then that's messed up, but that would not be okay. I see Spike is defaulting to his natural boulder behavior. When in doubt, just grab some boulders. It's slinging them around. It's a natural state. You guys are running by it that much, right? He'll be back for key 7. There's no rush. There's really no rush. Like, until you get blast, there's certainly no need for it. And you have to go back to forest to get blast, so why bother? Yep, turns out we lived in the world where the production hint was useless because they checked it. It got worse. This is a tough seed. I still think there's like a outside shot. Sniper is on a cancel CB, but I just don't know about that. That one feels like a low percentage play. I'm feeling better about the feather and the treasure chest, but I'm really not sure on this castle CB.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the worst part is, like, like, let's say we treat this as a true casino. Like, what level has the most density right now? Like, we've kind of done at least a semi-full clear of every level.
Kinda good luck, yeah. And,
I mean,
and given that there's
James?
2 items that can get us out of this jam, either sniper or homing gets us out of this jam, we're good to go. It's really funny. Lighthouse dirt?
James?
I don't hate the lighthouse. That's not terrible, and I think Ash might be thinking that. Never mind, exit aisles. All right.
Yeah, I think my thing would be Japes because you haven't done it with Chunky and Tiny yet, but at the same time, like, Tiny can't do much without Feather.
Well, you were thinking Japes, and then... Or Ash was thinking Japes, and then bailed, and now Castle. All right. 3rd time's the charm. Does she stick it here? I feel like you just have to pick something and stick to it, because given that given that homing is just in the wind, there are actually no wrong answers. You can just do anything, and you might just find oranges.
Yeah.
I like the numbers on Castle medals a little bit more than just a random check, so that's why I'm here, but... Oh my god, Ash almost bought it, but you only get 1, so that would have been really bad. She's not thinking medals either, because she didn't even try to pick up those tiny CDs. What are we doing here? Maybe more ballroom? Or more rooms, I guess? I guess she has... Oh, she's got monkey ports. So she can, like, scoop up, like, a...
Yeah, and she didn't check the ferry. I don't think.
It's not even all that much out of... Oh, that's true. Yeah, Spike did, like, dedicate some time to, like, run back to the museum and have a look at this. Ash did not. Really not thinking the CBs? You really don't want those? You sure? Because, like, I feel like 10 to 20% sniper is just here. Not that one. Oh, now you go roam around for Donkey's Medal now. Alright, we're getting the Royal Castle World Tour, huh?
It is kind of mean that there are exactly 50 donkey bananas on the outside, and then exactly 50 tiny right after.
That's so funny.
With the 50 medals.
Well, DKs, we got a gun, so we could make it work. If you've had a look at, say, like, Donkey Minecart already. Or even the museum. Or, no, the library. That's the right spot. Yeah, we shouldn't really have learned through the qualifiers that we should actually just, like, pick the worst possible spot for it to be. Where's the worst possible spot for Sniper Scope right now?
Up.
It has to. One rule: it has to be accessible. So, what's the worst possible check you can think of that is still accessible?
Oh, God, I don't even know.
I'm thinking Diddy Minecart because neither of them checked it. That would be devastating.
So I agree, but we do have a Caves and Mines Foolish.
Oh, that is blessed. We're actually saved. That certainly would be even worse if it were Foolish and it were there. That would be another crash out scenario. That would be really bad. But it can't be there at least. That's good. Donkey Dungeon was a low-key contender, but not quite that bad.
Obviously, this can't have sniper.
Vulture Race would be heinous.
Vulture Race?
Because neither of them checked that, I don't think. Oh, pretty bad. Ooh, not Chunky Medal. And that's all the Castle Medals. Alright. We did not win the 10%. That's unlucky. And
you know what? Castle lost.
Spike was really banking on that, it looks like. Alright, back we go.
You see Aztec?
Aztec it is. I like the 5-door temple here. Chunky's 5-door temple feels pretty good.
Just Chunky's 5-door temple. I don't think we saw
purposes.
donkeys. We did see. Obviously, we saw Diddy's. I think one of them did Lanky's.
No, I don't. I think we've only seen Diddy's.
We only saw Diddy's. Okay.
Oh, we're getting the Vulture. I guess we're probably just getting like a proper Aztec clear now. I think Spike is in casino mode and he's just scooping up anything you can think of. I don't think you need to worry about charge, so I don't think you need to worry about the gongs.
Yeah, like the problem is charge is dead, but could have homing.
That's true.
Which gets you out of this.
I feel like, but like homing would have to be like on exactly that check, which is a little messed up.
Yeah,
it's not the Vulture. I guess the Vulture wouldn't have even been all that messed up because they were Spike checked the Vulture within like 3 minutes of us mentioning it. So, I guess it wasn't actually that bad to begin with. What do you know? Like, what's the last thing they're gonna check? How about that? For Spike, it might be Donkey Minecart at this point, because he's never going back there. We've seen it from Ash, it's nothing. So, that's good. Japes Metals would kind of suck. Like a Japes Chunky Metal would be pretty bad, but I think we just saw that, so no. They might actually be playing, what's the worst possible spot? They might be playing the same game. Like, what's the worst possible spot I could put this garbage in?
I don't hate these Aztec Metal checks.
Yeah, late level. You had very little reason to explore this heavily.
Once again, Ash following suit.
Logic is, I mean, this is kind of the logic of the casino is,
Okay, so this is an interesting one. This could be it, but you would have to have Ponytail Twirl accessible somewhere.
Wow, a pearl. Fortunately, I don't think we need that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty... I would be absolutely stunned if...
Oh, right, we do
that. Talking about a monkey port. Oh, that's so funny. No. He was ready to bail. He was like, yeah, no.
Oh, then he got sniped by the Zinger. Just salt in the wound.
I think he knows he doesn't need to do barrels, so I don't think he's going to do vases, but he's grabbing the CBs here probably. I mean, I guess you could do it because you're here and it could be homing ammo. That's the funny thing, is that like any check is like fair game. Because you could just randomly find homing ammo and you're free. You know, I think the qualifiers they're having a go at us here. Because like, we've had a couple ugly qualifiers that are just like basically casinos functionally. And now the qualifiers are laughing at us now by giving us another casino, but this time you could find one of 2 items. You could find two items instead of just the one you're looking for. You fool. And it's even more agonizing because one of them is definitely not in logic, so like it could just be anywhere. It may not even exist. It could be sniper locked for all we know. It could be mini locked. It could be trombone locked. Like, we could just get owned. Alright, 5-door temple for Ash. Is she gonna take a look around here and maybe pick up your key 3, Chief?
Nice tree grab, holy moly.
Really think a chunky 5-door temple, but it might just be clear all of them. Sniper behind.
Yeah, I would
be even funnier.
Sure.
That we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Homing behind sniper is evil, but sniper behind homing would be really weird because that would be a complete. There would be 2 unhinted items basically, which is a little much. Oh?
Oh?
Donkey 5-door temple! Oh!
Oh, okay.
Oh! Sniper! Hello! Welcome back to the fold. Ash with a good pull there. I feel like that's a pretty good location for it to be, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like the 5-door temple is like a pretty solid play here.
Yeah. And it doesn't disobey hints because Coconut was hinted.
God,
I mean, Coconut,
but she did.
She
did donkeys before Diddy's, so she's leaving key 3 behind. No! No!
Oh my God.
Come on. Oh, she can't catch a break. Oh, jeez. Clean up Lanky Tower. And make sure that everything... We gotta make sure that everything else falls into place first. Things could still get ugly, but we're feeling pretty good about this one. This one...
Yeah.
Because Feather is still, I think, only like a 30%er. It's pretty good, but it's not like incredible. Like, there's a lot of other mini checks it could be. I'm feeling like Feather's locked by mini, though. Kind of feeling like that. Getting the vibes. Unfortunately, vibes don't translate into like cold hard facts, so what you can do. But you put mini here. You put mini here. You run to the anthill. You get blast and candy. I mean, you don't really care about candy, but you get the blast. That's good. Then you run to factory, do the car race, and scoop up what we
Trombone.
think is Trombone. Makes a lot of sense for that to be Trombone.
And then hopefully Feather in the hype chest. I think just generally mini checks are good.
We know there's a potion in the treasure chest. That's why we're so locked in on that.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about the quality of that potion, but we know one potion exists. Also, shoutouts to Ash falling off the 5-door temple because she definitely was going to go into Chunky's room first and failed. And it worked out. So suffering from success to some extent because she also fell into Diddy's 5-door temple, or like on top, like right in front of Diddy's 5-door temple. It's like the game is like telling her, no, you want this one.
Yep.
And then it just didn't pan out, huh? All right,
So Ash gonna do the factory one first. That's
fair.
fair.
You take the sure thing. This is like 100%er because it's way the horde hinted. What's in the car race? It's almost certainly. Oh, what is this?
Oh.
Is this homing? Oh my god!
Oh no! You see the word ammo, you're like, yes.
Oh, the knife got twisted there. That's just agonizing. There's a lot of potions in 5-door. It's a pretty stacked 5-door temple for being this.
Where's this scouring hint?
Oh man, that's a gut wrencher. Oh jeez. All right.
There.
Well, he didn't exit level, which is good. I think he's gonna keep clearing the 5-door temple, and I think Donkeys is like the natural next check. What's the car race got for us? Who cares? Didn't ask. Okay, I guess Lanky's the natural next check. Alright, well, he'll just last location it, that's fine. But it's coming, it's coming. He'll be out of the woods in a minute, and life will be good.
Yeah, I guess Lanky's makes more sense because it's like Grape technically has the narrower path, and I don't know.
I definitely don't hate it, that's for sure.
The point is, he's still at the 5-door temple. He's not left.
Yeah, I mean, they all make sense. That's the problem. Like, that's why the Check of Legends wasn't even dead here for a while. Because, like, they all kind of make sense. He's still not leaving. That's good, because, well, he only has one option left now, so that's good. So, he can't mess it up from here, right? Right? Alright, that is Feather. You know what? This is actually even better. Now that we know that we got Feather, that's good. We can just get the Helm hint for Trombone, and we're good to go.
Yeah. That makes sense.
We don't need to worry too much about where Trombone is. We just know we're like 99% that it's on the blast course, or on the not the blast course. Like 99% your blast is in the anthill, so you just look that up and you're good to go. Sniper for Spike. He's got to be just unbelievably relieved to see that. Like, oh my god, thank God. Oh, oh. He's got a little bit of catch up to do. He's got to go get a sniper. Off we go.
Yep.
Why are we making a night here? Are you scared of the owl? Maybe Ash didn't check the owl. Or... Is she doing Spider Boss? I guess it could be Spider Boss, but it doesn't make sense. You need to include Sax in this path somehow, I think. That's what I'm worried about.
She's checking the boss.
What are we doing here? We don't have any good reason for Sax to be path to Key 8 and Lanky K roll. That's the weird thing. I suppose Sax could just lock Trombone somewhere random. I guess it's not out of the question. And maybe that's what like the tiny igloo check was for earlier from Spike. Or maybe both of them. Maybe they both did. I don't know. Not a bad check. For his boss check. I mean, she's fishing for blast, clearly. Like, I feel like Owl Tree for Key 8 is like a really strong push to blast in the anthill. It's not even a tiny boss, so no dice here. Not really sure what she's thinking on that one. Probably looking for a tiny check. No dice. But no dice.
We're not convinced that Sax is the item.
No dice and no time. You gotta get going. Chop chop.
Well done.
Alright, now she's going to Owl Tree.
I mean, also if you're looking for tiny checks, just doing 2 tiny checks in the anthill feels great. Like, there's 2 of them here.
Yeah,
And
we
Spike
think
is
these
running
are
straight to the owl tree. He's not even worried about car race yet. I think the car race is better info because we penciled in Trombone. It was like that kind of makes that's a really good spot for it to be because it makes everything make sense. It didn't have to be there, but if you put Candy and Blast in the anthill, everything just falls into place.
Yeah.
Well, everything besides Feather, I suppose. That's the scary bit. Oh, and Spike is getting his key 7. I told you, he had to come back here. He had to come back here to go to the anthill, and he was going to pick up his key 7 on the way there. Y'all were hating. Putting that out there. Candy and Blast in the anthill. What a wow.
That's fantastic.
You definitely don't care about Candy for what it's worth. I think you could just like bail and just like move on. You just left her there. And now you do Helm. Perfect. Well, okay. You do need to dump GBs if you want to get key 8, but you just go to Helm.
You can't get key because you don't have Trombone.
Oh, right. You just go get the hint, of course.
You need the hint.
Silly. Right.
But Ash also still needs key 3.
That key 3 is going to be a problem. Maybe not a big problem, but it is definitely a problem that she has to solve. And quickly, too, if she wants to win, because Spike doesn't need anything else. Spike is basically all set here. He's going to go scoop up this. He's going to go get his Feather out of the... He might think it's Trombone, too, and go get Feather out of Factory right now.
Alright, let's see what we got.
This Trombone hit just solves everything. Factory with Tiny. Wow, that's really funny.
That's...
If you gave me that hint, I would have just been like, yep, it's on the car race. Don't need to think about that.
So, alright, Factory with Tiny. So is that testing room?
Dartboard?
The,
Dartboard, I guess.
Dartboard, yeah. Because we don't have a solo Tiny hint at all.
The boss.
No, it can't be the boss.
It could always be the boss. It could just be like a cutout. Dartboard does make sense, though.
Yeah.
I think.
I would check Dartboard before boss, I will say.
I agree. Although, maybe it depends on where... It depends on where your boss portal is. If your boss portal is, like, down here in storage, I don't know where it is. It's not in R&D. Or it's not in production. If your boss portal is, like, right here, I check the boss,
testing. It's in testing. It's right next to the...
Oh.
Dartboard.
I think I do Dartboard first still. It's close, though.
Yeah.
Given that they're right next to each other, it's like a little bit iffy, but like, yeah, I think you do it. Alright, now Spike is going to get... Oh yeah, you gotta look at the arcade too, I forgot about that. Spike's running to get his Feather, and he's gonna be like, great, Trombone. Whew. Yeah, this is a sniper that was in like a kind of a rough spot, but it wasn't terrible. Definitely not the worst location I could have picked, but... For the worst location I could have picked, I don't know, probably like one of the, like a boss, just any boss, probably.
Yeah.
Any boss would have been horrible.
Yeah, it was single requirement of an item that was on a Giga path that was already solved. So, technically hinted.
That fiber is stacked too.
Yeah.
You have no direction.
Not
to go.
Dartboard.
You just have to like vibe out the Fibro Temple, I guess. You just gotta be like, yeah, this is a Fibro Temple kind of seed. I'm just gonna pick up a few things out of it.
So we already did car rate. Yeah, so it has to be boss because we've already seen her medal from Spike's side. Not a barrels boss. So
Can be barrels, yeah. But like, that's what would make it so awful to be on a boss, is that it couldn't be a barrels boss. If Sniper were on a boss, that would be just absolutely crushing. Maybe the metal, I guess. Does the metal make sense?
I think Spike already looked at it.
Yeah. We're about to find out.
So
when
it
we get
could
to
be
pick
the
that.
medal. It's just
I guess. I feel like Dartboard just makes like so much sense.
she already did Dartboard.
He actually doesn't have the metal, so it actually could be the metal.
Oh. He did all the other medals. Why did he skip that one?
It was a little tricky to get, I guess. Without Feather, it's a lot more annoying. And balloon and testing does a lot of work. Otherwise, you have to just like run through a lot of paths that you would rather not run through without Tiny. Like, a lot of the Tiny CBs are like on paths that like that have nothing on them. They're like connector paths. And once you get the warps,
Yeah.
you just never walk the path again. So like you have to like
Like
walk from lobby to testing, and you're like, okay, fine. I'll do my chores. I'll get my 10 Tiny CBs and get the medal. Blah. Yeah, it wasn't the worst sniper casino I've seen, that's for sure. I think we're gonna get a lot of seeds. We're gonna get a lot of finishers this go around for sure. Question is when.
Boom. It's boss. Right behind you, Ash. No.
Everyone hates the dartboard. Or she did the dartboard, didn't she? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she did the dartboard, but the boss portal is right behind her. There it is. Okay.
Wow, it's actually the boss. That's so rude. And it can't even be it still can't be a barrels boss. That's why we were so low on barrels, because we need trombone for key 8 and lanky K roll. So like barrels is only path to lanky K roll, so it like can't be here. Or it can't be a barrels boss. So we just get a random cutout puff toss for the road. Very cool.
And if this is Mad Jack, it's diabolical.
Oh.
There's no way it is, but
that would be very
if it is.
That would be very rude at the 11th hour to just be like, "Yep, twirless Mad Jack, enjoy." Mad Jack would be pretty toxic. So I think Spike has less to do as far as checking stuff goes. As far as the boss check goes, maybe he digs up the metal first, but like, there it is. You want to like look at the mini check guy? I guess he's not feeling it. Alright, you know, he's not feeling it. That's fine. All good.
And cut out. Lame.
Or, whatever. It's fine. Sometimes you just want, like, the racers are just really thrilled with Mornin. They are not thrilled about having a twirless Mad Jack at the 11th hour in a qualifier. That's highly unpleasant, that's for sure.
Definitely been there.
That said, I'm pretty sure this puts Ash pretty well in the lead at this point, because now... Oh no, she doesn't have key 3 still! Oh, that's really bad!
She doesn't have key 3!
If she runs directly to key 3, she's in the lead. But, like, that's really hard to do. Because there's so many spots key 3 could be. Oh. Spike, where are you going? Why would you exit a little like that? It's right there, buddy. The portal's right there.
He still hasn't done the metal, so he's gonna try to route that.
So he's gonna dirtle about and just have a go at it. Have a go at us. Actually, he might have like realized that. Oh my god, it could have been on the arcade check, and I'm an idiot this whole time. Because
that's fair.
We didn't think about that either. I'm gotta say that. I didn't think about the arcade check at all. Until Ash looked at it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? He's still not looking at it! Oh, maybe he saw it earlier. Actually, he probably just saw it earlier.
Spike's not even gonna need to dump at this rate. Already at 63.
Yeah. Just send a gamble in the last room in Helm. It works. He's going to the boss. Here we go. So 2 hours in, we get a high five on cutout. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's how you know you got a seed. I wonder if anyone found oranges or homing. That's what I want to know. If somebody randomly found homing ammo, they would have actually saved a lot of time. They could have saved a lot of time. That's the problem. You don't actually really save that much time, probably. I say probably, but Ash basically did exactly this, where because you will always have peanut and coconut when you go to the 5-door temple, like, pretty much always. I struggle to think of a world where that isn't the case. The seed points you at peanut so aggressively. You're like capable of checking both of those rooms like, all the time, which means anyone looking for key 3 is like going to be adjacent to key 1, or going to be adjacent to that sniper like constantly. And Ash on the hunt for key 3 picks Japes. Is probably enough to knock off the lead right there.
Yeah, I think she also might be going to get the feather hint.
Yeah, that makes some sense. It's actually possible that the feather hint saves you, because key 3 still isn't accessible yet. You could get like 5-door temple to key 3 and they'll just be like, bang, on the money. The problem is you need exactly that hint at this point, which is not good. Yeah. You have pretty strong, I think you have really strong information for key 3 though. Like, it looks ugly, but like, if you look at your hints, it fell off at the exact same time as Peanut did, and exactly when Peanut would have fallen off, right, for Kong's DK roll and key 1. Like, it's just a Peanut check for key 3, like, almost all of the time. I would be shocked if it were anything but. And Peanut didn't really get you all that much. Like, directly.
Oh.
Yep, it's garbage.
That stings.
Like, what has Peanut gotten us? It got us Chunky off the winch. It got us key 1.
It got us that one slam.
It got us the slam, okay. But the slam is
But
hinted.
that slam is hinted, yeah.
The slam is hinted, and I guess it could be a blue slam. It didn't get you the other slam, so it can't even be a slam. It can't even be a blue slam check.
Can't be blue slam, yeah.
So it just like has to be a Peanut check, pretty much.
Yeah.
On my read of the hints, it just has to be Peanut. Key 3 is in Diddy's 5-door temple, which Ash has run by like twice, which is kind of bad. Maybe just once. Maybe just once. Maybe twice. I'm not trying to unnecessarily slander somebody. Rest assured, when it's necessary, I will slander somebody, but unnecessarily is just that's uncouth.
That's just rude.
That's toxic. Trombone for Spike, and he is gonna be cruising from here. Just run through Helm. Off we go. Ah, man, it's really annoying too, because Ash is gonna go clear Helm now, but like, key 3 can't be in Helm. And nothing in Helm will help you, because we know Blast got hinted only to key 8, so there's nothing in Helm that can help you. Just kinda gotta roll the dice. Keeping up 64 for Spike, he's cruising. Doesn't need to worry about even the Helm fairies at the end. Alright, now we're asking the real hard-hitting questions. Would you still love Lanky if he were a worm? a bold presumption that Lanky is love to begin with. That's a very contentious topic, so that's a pretty hefty given to begin with. Indeed, shout out to the 5-door temple. What a heater of a 5-door temple to see. It's pretty nice. Tudos isn't here. He's racing. We can say the truth. And how we think Lanky is slow and bad. So true, so true. Tough seed here, but 5-door temple is the savior on this one. A completely unhinted Aztec, by the way. You have no hints that point you to Aztec. You just have to go to Aztec for the love of the game.
You need to go to Aztec for a slam. You need to go to Aztec for key 3 and for sniper.
The slam hint did point you to the entirety of Aztec, which is like the least productive Aztec hint, but you did have like a reason to go to Aztec, I guess. But otherwise, you had no reason to look at anything specific in Aztec, unless you like sniffed out the peanuts, which I suppose we're kind of saying that you like should be able to sniff out the peanuts, but like that's definitely not trivial. Any other worlds? I mean, it could be simply a different coconut guitar diving check. Yeah. A different one of those. Like the Mechfish.
It could have been Mechfish, yeah.
Which we've already seen, so it's not even the Mechfish.
Which also is a peanut check, so like...
Yeah. Yeah, because everything you have to combine coconut, guitar, and diving.
Yeah.
Or you have to combine coconut, O-stand, guitar, shockwave, vines, but O-stand got you shockwave, and then shockwave, vines got you diving. So diving, guitar, coconut. And look at what we have missing, so like what could it possibly be? Nothing else would fit here. Coconut did some kind of stuff, but like Peanut did not. Peanut locked like nothing. Like a weirdly low amount of food stuff. Only the slime.
Yeah, for being basically the end of the Gigapath, Peanut locked nothing.
Yeah, it just like it's the top of the tree. Right? It's the branches are just like very short branches. I'm trying to like use hand gestures, but like that obviously doesn't work without a camera, so I'm really struggling here. Is what I'm saying.
It's all good. We've been struggling the whole time with the 9 a.m. Eastern quality.
Like the words, yeah, the words and the things. Look, I'm even in God's chosen time zone, Central Time, and that's just that's even worse. Just visualize my hands moving about. Yes, quite.
All right, so Ash gonna get key 8.
Key 3 or bust. Do you got it? Do you got where key 3 is? What's the plan? I love the Aztec choice. This is a huge pull.
Right to Aztec.
This is a huge pull if she just like grabs it instantly. Peanut does make a lot of sense.
Yep.
And you actually have a good bit of negative information. Like Bongos is pretty strong, Blast is pretty strong, Slam is pretty strong, Rape, Mini. Like, you know a lot of things from not.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought she was going to the front of Aztec. I was like, what are you doing?
Run straight there. Yeah, if she got this on her first trip, I feel like that would be really close, I think. Because, yeah, you could take the time out of, like, yeah, she got through Helm first, but, like, if you include the time needed to run through DD5 Door Temple at the time, run in and out of DD5 Door Temple at the time, this would be really tough. Aztec Diddy Mill, also not a terrible dive. No.
Yeah.
But it's just simply right here.
Boom.
Good read. That was a great read, really. And they're both in tiny phase at the same time, and they get to enjoy watching everyone else finish in the boot. That's devastating.
Man, looking at their trackers, they are not missing a lot of moves.
No, they are not. That's why the key 3 hunt wasn't that bad, is because you had so much information to work off of. Like, I know it's got to be Peanut, and then like nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone point and laugh at Barry. He did the thing. He tried to enter K. Rool without key 3. That was foretold way earlier. Good one. Good one. But we can all point and laugh. We can all point and laugh because, you know, he finished first place in the race lobby. So, like,
this is true.
Who's laughing now? Sometimes we all beef it a little bit, but it unbeefs in the end. It feels like a marching drill with this music. K. Rool.
It is really funny when your custom music somehow lines up perfectly with the like rhythm of the toad.
It's the Bremen March from Majora's Mask. Okay, I feel like I know this song. Where is it from? I wasn't sure it was like a Paper Mario song or something. Alright, we're gonna clutch up a Lanky Phase. Ash is not far behind. If a Lanky Phase goes ugly, it can flip, for sure. Keep it clean. Perfect first one.
Lanky Phase, and then simple Diddy Phase.
Diddy Phase far from simple. Probably the one that's easiest to go wrong.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, beautiful pattern. Beautiful. There we go. Yeah, as soon as you told me what the name of the song was, it was like the scene vision in my mind. And it has pretty much nothing to do with K. Rool's boom, and yet it somehow kind of fits. I don't know about the rest of the fight. The rest of the fight is just like, what are we doing here? Maybe a little out of place, but... Well, random is random. Sometimes your sniper scope is a little bit out of place in the 5-door temple. Whoops. Perfect Lanky Phase for Spike, though, so he's cruising. He's got to get a clean Diddy Phase, and he locks this one up. Jump throw in the middle from Ash. That's interesting. Hopefully he turns left. Good. Thank you, sir. What a nice guy. Light 1. Light 2. I almost spoke too soon. That was almost my bad. We're good. I will not speak so soon. Keep it a buck. Lock in, brother. Lock in. Bang! There it is. Spike finishes up with a time of 2:13.04. He takes 7th place in this lobby, and Ash is right behind him in Diddy Phase. So you can get a bang finish right here. Let's see if we can go hunt that guy down. Tracking him down, tracking. Okay, he's gonna be a minute. All good as Ash knocks off some lights. One down. 2 down. Maybe that's 3. Just kidding, it was 3!
That's 3.
Bang! And she clocks in at 8th place. 2:14.03. GG to both of them.
Just shy of a minute difference.
Very close.
Very close.
Very close. That 5-door temple. That's a devious one, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure. And the music just speaks for itself. There you go. We'll track these 2 down in a moment. But that, what a seed. What a seed. A very tricky seed. You basically had 2 big paths you had to unpack, and then it all just kind of uncorked in the end. Find your peanuts, and then find the rest, I guess. Hello.
Exactly. Hello, GG's.
GG's. I probably beat Spike if I just do Diddy before Donkey.
I think it's really close. It's really close in that case. It's hard to say.
Yeah, just a minute behind. I don't have to make that extra trip. I don't have to go into Japes and check that last hint being like, please be a 3K.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, kind of the Japes trip. Don't do it.
As I went into Helm, I was like, there's only because of the way that everything hints, it points all into Peanut. It's like other things could be the 3, but until Peanut gives me something that actually is the 3, and everything Peanut had given had already been hinted like off the path to 3 or 1, I was like, I guess it has to be Peanut. And then I counted while I was doing Helm. I was like, it's Aztec Diddy Metal, Diddy 5-door temple, and Caves Diddy Metal, and that's it. That's all the checks. And I was like, I immediately regretted going to Japes for the hint. I was like, I shouldn't have gone.
Well, Peanut like conveniently falls off all those paths like at just the right time, right?
Yeah.
You needed Peanut for Chunky, so Kongs fall off. You needed Peanut for Diddy K. Roll, obviously, so it falls off there. You knew Peanuts was there for Key 1, so it falls off there. What about that Key 3? Key 3 falls off at the exact same point as everything else, so like surely it's just simply Peanut to Key 3, and we don't have to worry about it. It was definitely not at the front of my mind until.
On the other hand, we did have another nasty sniper.
Good old sniper. Hello, Spike. How you doing?
Morning. How we all going?
Waking up still, allegedly.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite here. I've walked away from my place and sat inside my car so I can actually talk, because it is like 1:30 a.m. in the morning here.
Well, there you go. Whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, GG. Man. That was
That was something. It was looking like it was gonna get really ugly, but then Sniper was fortunately not in too terrible a spot. I think that 5-door temple spot is reasonably checkable by most people at some point.
I think, especially if you meta, if you look at like the 153, 125 times in a casino like this, where it could literally be like in just basically anywhere behind all these moves in this mega path, it's like, well, where would people look and just stumble upon the answer anyway? And that's why I was like, I want to do Japes because we did so much Japes, but as soon as that, I was like, I'm going up into Aztec. People probably just more thoroughly did other stuff before finding the slam and just found it at that point was my read. And so I would like,
I don't know. I think that's too dangerous to call, because I'm pretty sure you didn't have sniper. You didn't have, or nobody was done before by the time you found sniper. So like, it's not really that readable. Like, you could read the inverse, right? What's the worst possible location it could be, and it's there because nobody's done yet. Like, you're playing with fire trying that. I don't know if that pans out.
Speaking about like players who are remaining like right now, like what would they do, right?
Oh, for
like,
sure, yeah.
Like in a casino like that, I just, like, as I said, I casino up through my levels. I'm like, because like for me, after yesterday's casino where I did everything except for the wrong level, I'm just like, where are people gonna find it and leave me in the dust? And just went up from there. Genuinely,
yeah,
I was just that paranoid.
Things were shaping up. I was pretty pleased that we had picked out that there were 2 things in the anthill as early as we did, but not knowing where your sniper was definitely devastating. I put it at like a 10 to 20% that it was just on a second Castle CB medal, just like hoping it was not the slam it was referring to, even though it was definitely referring to the slam.
I really checked everything I could think about that. There was a whole like minute and a half where I was dancing around being like, am I casino? Am I definitely casino? Is there anything I can do? I went back and forth between like 3 or 4 levels, like, what am I looking for here? Where am I going?
Yeah. I did the exact same thing. It wasn't until like, I don't know, a few scattered medals in like 3 or 4 levels, I was like, okay, this is either a sniper casino or some stupid peanut coconut check, which I wasn't quite incorrect. But I wasn't expecting to get out sample.
Well, Peanut got you, or Peanut is needed for the Diddy medal that had the slam, so your Peanut hint was completely resolved by that point.
Oh, yeah.
The contingent on if you had key 3 or not, but it was definitely not tricky. That sniper, or that was definitely not easy. That sniper basically could have been anywhere. It just happened
did you get baited at all by monkey port?
I didn't get baited, no, because there wasn't any monkey port checks, and I already peeked the fairy in the room, so I got pulled.
Ash, you got monkey port much earlier than Spike did. Spike got it on like a second trip. Like, Spike got it on the same trip he found sniper. So.
Oh, I see.
It was much earlier.
Because when I got monkey port as like the last thing I did in Aztec before leaving, because I had like collected a bunch of donkey CBs along the way, I was like, may as well finish it. I was like, uh-oh, that could be for rooms, and so I went and did some more stuff, and when I found balloon instead of like something else like feather or something nonsense, I was like, that's unfortunate. I probably have to go check that room check now to ensure it's not like, oh yeah, it is in fact great plus balloon, but we just decided to put like, I don't know, something silly like trombone right here, and it's great plus balloon plus trombone, plus you already have vines in the path. It's castle under, and I was like, I have to check this. It didn't pay off, but I was like, well, it's probably worth it.
Well, there's a lot of things that like kind of make sense in the seed. There's a lot of like 30%, like 20-30% odds that you just kind of have to like roll the dice on. Like, I had pegged trombone on the car race that got hinted, and then there was just like a 30% chance that like your mini monkey is just, or your feather is just in the treasure chest and you're good to go. But like if it's not there, it's really bad. So when feather turned up on the car race, it was like, okay, we're good to go. Life is good. Because you just go get the hint and helm for like factory boss of all things to get your trombone.
That's so ungettable. For me, I was like, Sax is to 8. Is there really 2 things to like are they both inside the thing there? And so I was like, okay, Sax 8 and Lanky. So you saw me paranoia check the forest boss before I went and did the anthill, because I was like, this could just be trombone, and then Sax is only to 8, and the Lanky item is like, I don't know, on like rabbit race or the owl. Like, those are all valid, and I don't want to check them. I don't even want to touch them. So
I was very surprised when barrels popped out of the Thornvine Barn crate. I was like, whoa, I thought that was candy for sure. And then everything went crazy. Like, you get candy sells you grape, and then you go get barrels in the owl tree or something. Like, that made so much sense. And then when barrels popped out, I was like, okay, we just skipped a ton of logic. I guess we're never coming back to forest again. Little did we know we would be back in forest like 4 more times.
Oh, and go ahead, Spike.
Oh, I was just about to say that I forced myself to need to come back to forest because I kept forgetting to buy a key 7. That was a problem.
That key 7 was
I bought it at the very end.
That key was extremely rudely priced because you were both 1 coin short on your first visits, and I was like, well, I guess we're just gonna have to come back here eventually. There's no rush. We'll just remember key 7, and then P7 keeps getting just like a little bit more forgotten about, and it's like, okay, we're gonna remember it this time, right, team?
That's why when I went back and got Chunky, I forced myself to go take the long walk to go get Key 7. I knew I'd probably have to do something else over there, but I was like, what if I don't? What if this is the only time I really want to ever come back to this level? So I just forced myself to go.
Yeah, we also made that call. It was like, what if this is the last time you're... Little did we know.
Yeah.
The rest of the seed.
Oh, also, the curse works. I'm here, and it happened again.
I don't know why you're surprised. He's the main character. Of course he shows up in every seed. Like, this,
Yeah,
it's just what he does. The main character works his way into every single DK64 Randomizer.com seed some way or another. You just randomly check him. He's got something good. In this case, he had something good, but like, it just keeps happening. He finds a way.
What you have to understand is that I found Triangle and then the Igloo to 8 hint and said, well, the next time I'm in caves, I'm just doing that. Like, and it's not because I expected to have it. I was like 100% I was gonna need like some other thing on the path to 8, and like that's why 8 was hanging around so late in all the paths I had. But I was like, you know, it can't be barrels with Diddy's guitar. The 2 clears are 2-1 clears there, and Coconut was to the big path, so there's literally only 4 checks left. This is still 25%, and I get to put his face on restream. Yes, 100% yes. I was always doing that.
I kind of expected him to have it, for what it's worth, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lined up pretty well. That son of a gun.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you go.
There you go.
I was saying the urge to pull out Pineapple was very high, but fortunately I was able to take it out on some crowns a little bit earlier, so the boy lived. There was a point where I was walking around the forest the first time I went, and I'm seeing crowns in dirts, crowns in shops, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pull out Coconut Gun and just go aiming at the crowns just to send a message. Little did I realize I still hadn't got a gun at that point, so I just kind of had to stare the crowns down deeply and just walk away.
It had to be done. It had to be done. Ding dang darn blasted crowns. They're at it again.
So I'm assuming that there was a T3 hint in Hive Tunnel?
No, your only help is Peanut. You can kind of rule out, or Peanut makes the most sense in the form of, because Peanut falls off the path, basically, at that point. For Key 1, it falls off for Key 3, it falls off for DDK Rule, it falls off for Chunky for Kongs. It just makes so much sense that Key 3 is Peanut locked somewhere. And the 5-door temple is like probably like one of the last Peanut checks we hadn't seen.
Yeah, I kind of had Key 3 pinned there for a solid like 40 minutes. So when I went to Aztec for the first time, I was like, I'm just going to go get the hints. I'm just going to check Diddy's Get Out. And I'm just going to hopefully find that red slam somewhere. And it would have been nice to stick around, but why would you stick around? Kind of a very awkward location for that sniper.
I think you have pretty good reason to stick around for like, well, if you can smell the casino coming, you can be like, well, maybe I should do a little more digging. I think Pineapple, like, checking Chunky's 5-door temple doesn't seem bad, like, ever. Yeah. I'm kind of curious where, like, Oranges is or Homing. If anyone, like, found Homing and got away with that one, that would be devious. Let's see if we can roll a spoiler thread really quick to see if anyone knows. Any knowers? Any knowers?
I also want to know this because it's...
Doesn't look like anyone knows. But, like, Trombone, Mini, Feather, they're all pretty good items, so it could easily be locked by those, so... Hard to say. The world may never know. But the world has witnessed this qualifier, and it is done and dusted, and in the books, qualifier number 6 down! We got 9 more to go. Oh, that's a big number.
It is.
Yeesh.
This was at least an okay qualifier after yesterday, because I think this one almost certainly gets the... Well, I don't know if it's going to get...
It's a tough one. It's a tough one, that's for sure. That sniper can definitely trip... That sniper definitely has tripped people up. But
yeah,
it's gettable. It's... You work it in. You work it in. You figure it out. You make it work. You'll work your way into the tournament. After 15 qualifiers, we take our top 32 and we just send them into a bracket. It's going to be exciting times when we get there, but...
Just mash them up.
We've got weeks of qualifiers to go, and more action is going to be coming at you on DK64 speedruns. We got another qualifier tomorrow. Not quite as early, but still relatively early. It's the Sunday weekly time. That'll be noon Eastern. Be there. Or be square. Actually, don't be square, just be there. I don't know why I gave you an alternative to get out of it. You're not getting out of it. Speaking of not getting out of it, shout out to YouTube. You're all trapped here. You all watched like that whole interview, right? You're all cool. You can like leave a comment if you did. That's hype. We'll love to see that. Or, you know, you just subscribe if you did. That also goes hard too. Or you could like the video. That's crazy. You could like, you could comment, or you could subscribe. It's unbelievable. You got all these options. Look at all these options you can do. You know the drill.
If you got to the end of this interview, you should absolutely 100% tell us your favorite Kong. You know, just tell us who your favorite Kong is and why.
True.
Good one.
There is a right answer.
Or,
I'm not going to say, but there is a right answer.
Or you could mention what your favorite instance of me lying was. There's a lot to pick from in this scene, so pick your poison. That's all.
That's so funny.
All right. Well, that'll do it from us here, Etiquette. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Spike, Ash, GG's, good run.
GG.
Got there in the end.
GG. I'm glad we finished very close to each other's time.
Yeah.
Quite the finish. Quite the finish. 24 hours from now, we'll see you back here. Okay, a little over 24 hours from now. You're right back here. Follow on this channel. Good answer. All right. Catch y'all on the next one. Morning.
Morning.
Morning.